More brand new rich kids used to living the high life.
I would say I'm privileged.
I'm a bit of a princess.
I look like a bad bitch in these.
Every day's a catwalk.
They're about to take a giant leap out of their comfort zone.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe.
It does look a bit rough.
They'll stay with typical British families living on the breadline.
Look at the car. It looks like it's cost a lot of money.
I really do want to get out of the situation.
Literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money.
They'll learn what life is like.
I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't.
For those struggling to get by.
I did 6.5 months eating out of bins.
And the sacrifices they make.
She's always trying to make sure we're okay, and she doesn't even check on herself.
Will the cash-strapped families change their views?
I see a lot of good things about you.
And will the rich kids learn?
It's Chanel.
I've never even heard of Chanel.
There could be more to life
I just can't believe people live like this.
than money.
Nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with.
I'm just an emotional wreck.
When rich kids go skint. Meet Sam, a privately educated rich kid from Worcestershire who likes to style himself as the king of the selfie.
I have to say, I am very vain, but I love myself. I have a lot of love for myself.
Sam's dad made his money as the owner of a construction equipment company. His parents divorced when he was young, and 21-year-old Sam divides his time between his mum's sprawling mansion and his dad's massive 1.5-acre estate worth £2 million.
So we've got the kitchen here, really cool circle design all based around this curvature. It's just a really good place to enjoy time with family. So this is the garden, amazing views over here. We've got the horses. It's nice to actually still have somewhere to come out and not just have to go to a park.
Perish the thought. There's certainly no slumming it for Sam.
I have been to a council estate a couple of times. I wouldn't want to live like that, and I feel sorry that people have to live like that.
Sam also lords it in the lap of luxury at his mum's house.
This is my room. Try to make it kind of like an apartment theme. Got a little seating area for, you know, some wine or some coffee.
Ooh, very sophisticated. Being a selfie obsessive means Sam has to make sure he's stylish no matter where he is, even if he's in the loo.
So with social media, you've obviously got to kind of keep up a level of appearance. If I'm going to a party or going abroad or whatever, I need a new outfit. I can't be wearing last week's. I've got this leather jacket here, kind of like a biker jacket from All Saints. This was 320 quid. MCM backpack, this was £500. These are really sick. I look like a bad bitch in these. These were €600. Got this for my 18th. These are around £6,000.
Sam's studying business management at uni. He one day expects to be earning well above the minimum wage to keep himself in the style he's accustomed to.
I definitely think my time is worth more than that, so I don't imagine myself working for minimum wage. I don't need to, and I don't think it's a good use of my time.
But now Sam's questioning whether constant Instagram updates are a good use of his time.
Is my hair bleached the right colour? Is my outfit looking good? Those aren't the problems that everyone has, and it kind of would be a nice eye-opener to realise what other people actually live like day to day.
So, is there anything about living skint that's worrying him?
The neighbourhood, if it's not safe, that does worry me. I do have expensive possessions, so if it's not the safest area, that would put me on edge a little bit.
Sam will be living skint with single mum of two Charlotte from Poplar in East London, who certainly can't afford to splurge on updating her wardrobe.
Got to the point once where I had holes in my knickers because I was constantly buying for the kids and not for myself, that my neighbour actually went out and bought me a packet of knickers. That is actually a true story.
As mum to 11-year-old Maisie and 8-year-old Malachi, keeping a tight check on the family's finances is Charlotte's top priority.
At the moment, I rely on universal credit, which you only receive a payment once a month, which is very difficult. And then obviously I receive child benefit weekly, which I have to live on through the week.
Once all her rent and bills are paid, Charlotte is left with just £190 at the end of each month.
That has to include my food, all the things that the kids need, and it has to last me the month. So it's either you get food or you provide clothes. It's either one or the other. Last winter, I walked around in sliders just so the kids could have trainers and that on their feet. And, you know, I used to cry because my toes were cold. I know it sounds silly, but it's just the way that it is.
Sadly, 29-year-old Charlotte lost her mum to a lung disease when she was 18, and her dad died of cancer 4 years ago.
It's hard not having parents because I wish I could be able to call up my mum and dad and say, can I borrow £10 for electric or £10 for gas, and I don't have that.
Instead, the family rely on neighbours and friends for essentials like clothing.
When their kids are grown out of stuff, they tend to send it my way. Or I go to charity shops. I have to go to a food bank, or I rely on my friends. I will go there for dinner, and they do the same with me when they haven't got no money, so we help each other out.
Determined not to be on benefits forever, Charlotte wants to train to be a paramedic.
I went back to college and I retook my GCSEs, which I passed, and I now have to go to uni to do a 3-year course. So I am hoping that by the time I'm 33, I will be fully qualified and you might see me driving an ambulance.
During his time with the family, Charlotte wants Sam to see that pulling together and working hard are what's really important.
I want the rich kid to learn that money isn't everything. Life is also about community, love, and maybe when they leave here, they can go to their community and help poor people around their area.
Living skint with Charlotte will be a world away from Sam's champagne lifestyle. His best mate, Izzy, is keen to hear more.
What do you think that you're going to learn from, like, the whole experience?
Well, I think it's just going to be interesting seeing how another family live, and not just from an outside perspective, pretty much from a very inside perspective. Like, wouldn't say I live in a bubble, but I live my reality, and that is blatantly different from theirs. So I think it's going to be good to just appreciate more what I've got.
I think they'll really like him. I think he might be quite shocked maybe with, like, sleeping arrangements and stuff. Like, if he doesn't get a good sleep, then he's a bit grumpy. But I think it's going to be really good for him, and I think he's going to learn a lot from it.
The selfie king certainly has a lot of followers to keep updated on social media. So packing for a skint holiday will require some careful planning.
Kind of going for low-key, but I need to look iconic. This is very in your face.
But it's very you, though.
It also looks pretty slick, I would say.
Yeah.
We can do that,
And not forgetting all the other essentials.
Need a bit of serum. I need to look good each day.
Do you think there's going to be enough room there for all of this skincare and for you to do it all?
Oh, I mean, I hope so. I hope there's, like, a sizable room.
He's in for a shock. With a £2,000 designer bag stuffed to the brim with designer gear. Quick check to make sure every hair's in place. Now for the 170-mile journey to Charlotte's flat. Oh, and the obligatory selfie, of course. It's almost lunchtime, so Sam needs to get going.
It's interesting. There's some terraced houses next to nice-ish apartment blocks.
What do you reckon he's going to be like, Maze?
Show off.
Show off. I don't know, maybe he's going to turn up in all his designer gear, or maybe he might have tried to dress down a little bit.
Well, his 40-grand BMW is already looking rather out of place.
Look at the car! Oh, my days. I don't really know about cars, but it looks like it's going to cost a lot of money.
So does his outfit.
He's got night tracksuit bottoms on, Stone Island jumper. My son wanted a coat from there, and it was like £600. We can't afford that. I said, no. I don't know about them trainers, though.
Sam's not so sure about the neighbourhood.
I mean, there's some all-right-looking places and some not-so-all-right-looking places, and I think this one's kind of in between. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Charlotte,
Hi,
and
nice
this
to
is
meet
Maisie.
you. Hi, Maisie.
And I have got a son, Malachi, but he's at school at the minute.
OK,
You're
cool.
more than welcome to come in.
Thank you.
Oh, my God, you've got so much stuff.
I know, I am very unorganised, so I just shoved everything in bags, but... So who's this guy down here, or is it a girl?
This is Lola, yeah, and then we've got Talk Josh. My little tortoise here.
Oh.
Having never stepped inside a council flat before, Sam's keen to see the lay of the land.
This is where I sleep. Messier than
Oh,
the kids
cute.
stay. So this is where I sleep.
Uh-huh.
This is my bathroom. One problem you're gonna have is I don't have a lock on my door.
Don't have a lock
But
on
the
me.
kids know when someone's in there not to go in there, so you shouldn't have a
I'll
problem.
make everyone aware if I'm
Yep.
in there.
This is Maisie's room.
I love the unicorn theme.
So I've done all this myself, so I'm quite proud of this room. This is Malachi's room, but I have hung up my washing in here because I've done some washing earlier. Small, but it's all right. What's your house like?
Well, I live in like the countryside, so there's not many houses around it, so obviously there's more space for on a bigger scale. So it's quite big, yeah. I'd say.
How many bedrooms have you got?
Like 5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms?
5 bedrooms.
How many bathrooms?
5.
5 bathrooms?
Yeah. Well, they haven't all got baths in, but 5 toilets, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Sam, council flats haven't all got spare rooms.
This is where you're gonna stay, by the way.
Okay, that's
You're gonna sleep on my sofa there.
Oh, there's no blinds
There's
there.
no blind, but I'll put something up for you.
Okay, that's all right, thank you.
Adding a roller blind in the living room isn't the only change Sam would make to Charlotte's flat.
I would probably decorate it a little bit differently, but they're doing the best with what they can, I guess.
Sam will have plenty of time to offer Charlotte some interior design advice during his stay. For now, though, she can't help noticing all the designer gear on show.
How much was your bag?
It was over £1,000. Yeah.
Are you lucky?
I know, I am.
So
very
do you
lucky.
work?
Not at the moment. I was working for a year, but I'm back at uni now.
So how do you get your money?
I get my money from my parents, and they gave me like a monthly allowance to like.
Can I be nosy and ask what your monthly allowance is?
Come on, Sam, spill the beans.
1,500.
Okay.
I don't want them to think like, oh, I just get this and I waste it, and that just because someone has money, they go and spend it. Obviously, I've got the flashy car, the nice bag, whatever, but I have those things because I can afford them.
But if you was ever in trouble, money-wise, could you call your parents and they'll help you?
They could. I don't think I'd need them to. I'm good at saving money, so I don't
Oh, you're quite good, yeah? You looked like he didn't want to tell me. He was like, oh. And then he went, 1,500. I think he gets more than that. See, that's what I get a month, and I can't afford a Louis bag, and he's saying that he has to feed himself and do everything with that money. But how you left to buy yourself Stone Island clothes and Nike tracksuits and Louis bags, and you've got rings on. So, I don't know, I just feel he's hiding something.
There's no hiding the fact that trying to survive on benefits is a constant uphill battle for Charlotte.
I kind of understand what benefits is, but I'm not
So
fully
basically,
aware.
I get paid once a month, and everything has to come out of that. And
So
it
you have
has
to
last
pay
me the month.
for this place?
I have to pay for my rent, gas and electric, TV licence, all that stuff. Food for the month. The food has to last me a month. So literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money. So sometimes you have to cut back on the food because they might need a coat or pair of shoes or something like that. So
I'm guessing you prioritise your kids over, say, your needs.
yeah, and then
your
obviously if there's
expenses.
times when I can't feed the kids, I'll go to my friend's house and they'll do me and the kids dinner or something
really?
like that, and I'll do the same for them. But it is all about community around here. Do you know, like we all look out for each other. That's how it is, really.
It would be sad to, like, at the end of the month or throughout the month, not, like, buy what you want, or an opportunity arises that you could do with your kids. They've got each other, but it's just the freedom that comes with money, which they obviously don't have.
Sam's about to discover that they don't have any posh designer boutiques here either.
Would you like to see the area?
Yeah, I'd love to see the area.
It's the first time he's ever been to this part of East London.
We're at my local market, so this is where we come to get our local bits, eat. I see people that I know, like friends and that down here. There's a few homeless people in the shop doorways.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to eating out, Sam's a regular patron of the Ivy, the upmarket celebrity hotspot restaurant where a meal can easily set you back a few £100. For lunch today, Charlotte wants to introduce him to one of Poplar's premier eateries.
So this is Ivy's.
Yeah.
This is where we come for breakfast, lunch.
Yeah, what do you guys usually have?
We order sausage sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Maisie will usually get a bacon roll or something like that.
Bacon roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they do coffee here, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. Plenty of hot drinks, cold drinks.
I need some caffeine in my body. Right now.
Sam's soon shocked to discover there's no oat milk on the menu for his latte.
Oh, all milk.
Do you want sugar?
Yes, please. I thought I saw oat milk on there. That's embarrassing.
I think he felt a bit embarrassed when he stood there and said, "Have you got a latte with oat milk?" And the woman turned around and said, "I think you need to remember where you are."
And round here, a typical budget lunch comes in the form of a £2 bacon and egg sandwich.
So this ain't somewhere you would usually go?
I probably wouldn't eat this because, for me, it's not the healthiest thing. And I don't like white bread.
What's your favourite restaurant?
Well, I mean, I go to a few around where I live, but if we're going to go and do it up in Birmingham, we usually go to the Ivy, which is pretty nice. Same name as here.
And how much would that usually cost you?
Well, probably my dad would pay, but it depends. If we're doing cocktails and that, it might be like 70 quid a person.
There's no splashing out on upmarket restaurants for Charlotte. She can't even afford to become a student.
I want to be a paramedic, so I'm hoping that I can get into uni and I can do that. But obviously, that's also going to be a struggle because I will have to then live off student finance.
Yeah.
So where that's every 3 months, then instead of money trying to last me a month, it's now then going to have to last me 3.
So you can't do benefits as well as student finance?
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So even trying to go back and do something for myself is a struggle. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like since 17 I've just struggled. I don't know what it is. I just feel...
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of responsibilities. You don't really have the time to kind of... Yeah, I couldn't actually imagine having kids now. I don't think my brain could process it. And it's 17, actually. You're already a child at 17.
Yeah, still a child, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have a Savoy and a piece?
Before they head home, Charlotte has just enough change for a speciality from Ivy's menu.
I'm going to get some peas pudding and Savoy and see whether he likes it or not. This is Savoy and peas pudding.
Oh, wow. Oh, right. It didn't even look like peas.
Yeah, it's traditional around here. It's a whole East End thing. Do you want to try it, Maze? It's quite nice, isn't it? He likes it.
Yeah.
He actually likes it.
I'll give it 4 stars out of 5.
Well, at least Sam can now say he's eaten at the proper Ivy. Charlotte always makes sure her kids muck in with the chores around the house.
My responsibilities are to wash up and if I come back before my mum from school, then just to tidy around the house to make sure it's clean.
So does this all have...
And she's determined Sam also does his fair share while he's here. That rabbit cage isn't going to clean itself.
Oh, this is the main corner here. You're a dirty little bunny.
It seems dealing with animal muck is not an activity he relishes.
I've got a dog called Bella at home. She is beautiful, but her excrement isn't, and I don't think I've ever picked it up. Yeah, we kind of just leave it in the garden. Kind of sounds gross. Actually, maybe someone does go around and pick it up, but I haven't done that.
There's no opting out of the chores she doesn't fancy for Charlotte.
Right, calm down, go in there, please.
It's 6 p.m, and with Malachi back home from school, she needs to get dinner on the go.
Malachi, can you calm down, because you're making them hyper?
And tonight there are extra mouths to feed, her neighbour Maria and her 2 kids.
So we took him to Ivy's today, down the market, Sam.
Oh, yeah?
And when we was queuing up, they asked him what he wanted.
Yeah.
And he was like, sorry.
Go on.
Have you by any chance got a latte with oat milk?
Oh, stop it.
At the tea stall.
What did they say?
Claire was like, I think you need to remember where you are. We don't do oat milk. We don't do oat milk.
No, stop it.
Yeah.
You can see just the community here is a big thing, and even though it's a smaller, compact space because everyone's living close together, actually that can be a benefit in some way.
Queen of economising Charlotte has budget meals down to a T, especially since she often has to share her food with her neighbours. Her dinner of eggs, chips and beans comes in at just over 40p a person. Take note, Sam.
Well, the chips are £1 and the eggs are obviously £1 something. So for £2.50, for nearly £3, you're getting eggs and chips. And if you add beans, it's only 35p.
So he can get to know Maisie and Malachi a little better, Sam's decided to organise a talent show for after dinner.
Malachi, what do you like to sing or rap about?
So it's going to be about gaming.
You can say like Xbox. So if we write them down, like Xbox, gaming, and then get the rhymes for them, we can construct something here.
While Sam helps Malachi to perfect his rap, Maisie gets things ready for dinner.
We did.
So is this how you usually eat dinner? So you sit on the floor and eat it, yeah? Okay.
Dinner's ready! There you go.
So, do your kids always eat on the,
Yeah, because obviously we haven't got a table and chairs, so... But we did used to have a table and chairs, but it broke, because I prefer them to eat in the kitchen, not in the living room.
Yeah,
but obviously I put the sheet down because Malachi's messy, rather than having to constantly mop the floor.
I was a bit shocked to see the mat on the floor. I don't find that comfortable, but it's not an option for her to sit at a table.
Sam thinks nothing of splurging on expensive nights out. But instead, tonight, he and the kids are making their own cheap entertainment at home by treating Charlotte to a talent show.
OK, everyone, welcome to Poplar's Got Talent. We've got a few acts in store for you tonight. Up first, we've got Malachi with his rap.
When I'm on vacation, all I play is PlayStation. When it's Minecraft, I'm playing, you know it's zombies, I'm saying. When I'm on my Switch, I'm a really big snitch. When somebody knows, best believe I'll be on my Xbox.
Hey! Well done!
Granddad of mine.
Maisie's written a song about her granddad, who passed away when she was just 6 years old.
I lost my granddad. He meant the world to me, and when he left me, I fell straight into my knees, and then I lost myself when you had to leave. I miss you, Granddad.
Hey!
That was so good, that was beautiful.
That was so nice.
Very well written and very well sung.
You're right. Oh, you made Malachi cry.
Oh.
After a long day, everyone's ready to hit the sack. Or the sofa, in Sam's case.
This is not, we need to get that boarded up, and then we'll be good to go.
I've got you this if you want to put it up.
Amazing, that would be fine.
To cover the windows so no one can see you and whatever. I do apologise because my one broke, so I haven't had money to replace it yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to go to bed now. Is that everything that you need?
Yeah, I am all set in here. This is great.
But with one bedtime problem sorted, Sam now faces another.
There is a party going on upstairs, and apparently it goes on every damn night until 1 a.m. And I'm directly under it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's boom, boom, boom in my ears. That needs to stop.
It's 9 a.m. and the start of Sam's second day living skint. And of course, no day can begin properly without a selfie session.
So how was your night last night, Sam?
It wasn't too bad, but it was very cold. Usually a very hot person, so I didn't think it would be a problem, but I was freezing and I still am.
It does get cold in here overnight. Can I look at your Instagram, please, Sam?
Yeah, sure.
That's a nice picture. When did you go to Italy?
I went to Venice a couple of weeks ago.
Look at you! What watch is that you got in your hand?
That's the Rolex.
Ah.
The £6,000 Rolex, that is.
You go on holiday a lot?
A few times a year. I used to go away quite a lot with my family, but I prefer going away with my friends these days, like Spain and France, and been around America quite a bit, but only the West Coast. So I haven't been to New York or Florida or anything like that.
I've been to Florida.
I'd like to try that. Where did you go in Florida?
I went to Disney World when I was young, though. I was only 9. Yeah, but I still remember it because it's like the only holiday I've ever been on.
While one of Sam's top priorities is keeping his social media constantly updated, Charlotte has rather more pressing concerns. like putting food on the table.
So I'm getting paid in a couple of days, so this is literally all I've got left, which is £5 that I'm going to challenge and give to you, for you to go out and get us a dinner that you're going to cook for us tonight. So that's for you, and I wish you the best of luck. He said that he would spend like £30, £40 on a meal. But yeah, I mean, we don't go out for dinners and that like that. £5 is probably the max that I would spend on a meal.
I can definitely improve on last night's egg and chips, so I'm excited for the challenge.
It's now 11 a.m. and Charlotte's off out with Malachi to check on her elderly godfather who lives nearby. Before Sam heads off to the grocery store, he's asked Maisie to give him a hand with a surprise he wants to organise for them when she returns.
I was thinking from last night, seeing you eating on the floor, I think you guys really need a table, so I think we should get you one of those. So if we go have a look online, hope we can get something in pretty sharpish. The fact that they can't all sit around a table together and enjoy a meal is pretty sad, so I think it would be really good to get them a dining table of some sort so they can actually enjoy meal times and eat like everyone does, or everyone should. So we've obviously got to think about the space. OK, so I reckon this is going to fit. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, it's nice.
With a brand new dining table and chairs ordered for express delivery later, Sam's now ready to head out to the shop.
OK, so Maisie, could you just take a quick pic of me?
Oh, perhaps there's time for yet another selfie session.
And a bit closer to me, a bit lower down. Yeah, no, it's nothing unusual.
After 20 minutes of posing...
Oh, these are cute.
Sam finally seems ready to focus on purchasing the ingredients for tonight's dinner.
At home, I'd usually have something like with seafood, maybe prawns, maybe crab, like a tomato mascarpone sauce, so got to think of something creative.
Good luck with that on a fiver.
I'm so indecisive when I'm shopping. We could be in here for like an hour, I'm not joking.
With the local shop all out of crab, Sam quickly decides on a pasta dish for dinner.
Let's do this. That ain't gonna feed 4 of us, or is it? We'll take 2, we might need to return one. This could work. Obviously, I hate pasta bake, but you can just use the sauce and not bake it. This is £1.35. So scratch that, we're getting 1 bag for £1.15, which is 500 grams. That will feed 4 people. OK, we need to spice this up a little bit.
Oh, quick hair check.
I can't imagine us getting seafood fresh. Should we put chicken in it? Everyone likes chicken. Well, we can't afford it.
Welcome to Charlotte's world.
Right, so we'll get these from here. We'll go to another establishment and find some meat for this dish. Could I get these, please? We've got less than £2.50 now. 46.
With half his budget already spent, Sam's still on the hunt for a main ingredient.
OK, Maisie, let's have a look in here. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, how much are these? £5, OK. Hi, is there anything? I've got £2.46. Is there any kind of chicken that I can get for £2.46?
You can have a baby chicken.
Which one's the baby chicken?
How many?
Can I just get the one, please? Oh, so is it £2? Yes. Thank you. I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't. I just, you know, buy what I want to eat, so I'm not actually restricted usually. So it did make me think about costs over just what I want to eat.
Back home, it's not long before Sam and Maisie take delivery of the new table and chairs they ordered earlier. All Sam and Maisie have to do now is figure out how it all fits together.
Oh, bloody hell, this isn't like IKEA, like 3 pieces you put together. This is like...
Perhaps reading the instructions would be a good place to start.
How on earth do you put them on there?
Oh no, time for another Instagram update.
So we are currently building this table, which has arrived, and beautiful weather. That's why I'm wearing my sunglasses.
Never mind the weather, Charlotte will be home soon.
We've lost a bit of the Allen key.
I don't know what they're for.
Is it on? This is not my, like, forte, as you can tell. No. Maybe it's the wrong, end. Did we have different ends?
After finally deciphering his nuts from his bolts...
Hopefully we don't put it up and then it falls apart.
And adding a little of his interior design expertise, Sam's surprise is finally ready for its big reveal.
Hello?
Hi, we're in here.
Oh, my days. Who got this?
I got this.
Oh, thank you.
And, yeah, I wanted to make it look cute in here, and you could actually all sit at a table and enjoy each other's company.
God. What do you say, kids?
Thank you.
It's
Oh,
okay,
my
Maisie
days.
helped me.
So we're going to
today.
eat here tonight?
Yes, we
Yeah?
are. My own creation.
It's going to make such a big difference. It's going to be nice to actually set up a table with the kids. It means the world to me, and I'm so grateful that you actually done that for me. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm glad you like.
I do, I really like. It's really nice.
If Sam thought he could put his feet up after all that hard work, he's sadly mistaken. It's 6 p.m. and he's now on dinner duty.
This whole full-on chicken is not touching these hands.
Well, that's if he can get over his fear of raw meat.
I don't like it. I'm just gonna close my eyes. It's just so chickeny, and it's like, I'm sorry, but no. I've not had to cut up and handle a halal piece of chicken, and I don't want to do it ever again. And it just looks so, like, raw. You've got its little legs. If I don't like it that much, maybe I should be vegan, but I'm not ready to do that yet.
Let's hope they like their food extra salty.
OK, this heat is on way too much. Don't know what I'm doing here.
Sam succeeded with sticking within Charlotte's £5 budget.
Dinner time.
But how confident is he feeling with the dish he's made?
I am quite pleased. The chicken should have been cut up a little bit smaller, but it will do its job.
It looks nice, it looks lovely. It smells nice.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
10.
Oh, that's a good score. I'll take that. Better than I thought.
You've done a good job for £5.
Okay.
And you have changed, so you've done a good job.
Yeah. I was pleased with the table and the food and the contrast from the night before. Everyone ate at different times on the floor, on the sofa, and we could all look at each other, speak to each other, and yeah, that was really nice.
Sam's fortunate to live in a wealthy area with a huge 1.5-acre garden to enjoy. But Charlotte feels it's important he sees the hard realities of growing up in a tough neighbourhood. So she's brought Sam to a local park.
Oh, someone's putting them off in the park.
Oh, God. That's not safe.
Fireworks are the least of Charlotte's worries for her kids in this area.
There's been a couple of stabbings in this park. Not too long ago, 2 girls stabbed another girl. She was walking through with her baby.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, it does get a bit much in here.
So obviously hearing that stuff, it is a bit unnerving. Yeah, just to hear that people get stabbed on, like, a semi-frequently basis.
There is gang wars as well.
Just kind of a territory thing.
Yeah, like territory, my turf, your turf. I sell my drugs here, you're not allowed to sell your drugs here, you know, like things like that.
Is it just, like, teenagers involved in that, or is it, like, all ages, all kinds of...
It's not just teenagers, older people relying on the younger people. And obviously, where they're so young, it's easy to just say, I'll buy you a pair of trainers, or I'll give you £10, or if you've literally a child that ain't got nothing, that £10 can mean a lot.
So some people are doing it because they want to, some people are just coerced
Yeah,
or, like, given
yeah,
motivating factors.
And now it's called grooming. It's a part of grooming now, to be perfectly honest. It does worry me because obviously I've got a little boy, but it also worries me because of Maisie, because it's not just boys, it's girls as well. I just hope that with them growing around here, they've seen it and they know that it's bad, But it can be a good thing. It can teach you to not be like that, but it can also teach you, oh, that's how you can get money quickly, you know?
Yeah.
And I really want that for my children.
It makes me feel a lot more appreciative for the space I've got, garden space, and the fact I can just go out in a private space and enjoy outside rather than having to go to a park and necessarily be around other people.
It's the start of Rich Kid Sam's final day of living skint with Charlotte in East London. With household finances so tight, there are often times when she can't afford to feed her family. Before he heads home, she wants to show Sam what can often be her last resort, a food bank. Well, that's if he ever gets himself ready.
Sam, hurry up.
Okay.
We're going to be late.
Okay.
And we won't get no food.
Wait, I don't know if I've got everything. Oh, my scarf. I suppose I need water. Let's go.
Blimey, it seems you can't visit a food bank without looking fabulous.
He looks like a model today, don't he?
Oh, thank you.
It is Louis. Is it Louis Vuitton, this?
No, this is
No, Ralph.
YSL.
Oh, what is that? Oh, what's YSL? I see, I don't even know about YSL.
Like Saint Laurent.
I don't know that one. So where's your scarf and sunglasses from, Sam?
The scarf's Burberry, the sunglasses are Louis.
How much does your sunglasses cost you?
These are £400.
Oh, my God. So what would you do if you lost them? Would it bother you?
If I lost them, it would be sad, but I mean, it's just a material
To you, it's just a pair of sunglasses.
Well, no,
Do you know what I could do with £400?
Pardon?
Do you know what I could do with £400?
Probably put it to a lot better use.
Yeah.
Charlotte's local food bank gives support to families in crisis. Donated by the local community, each person is given an emergency donation of groceries, enough to last 3 days.
Thank you, have a lovely day. Thank you.
Cheers. They are pretty heavy. There's a lot of tins in here. Got rice pudding, beans. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to carry that. How do you feel about having to go to the food bank?
Well, when I first went, I was really embarrassed and I didn't want to go, and I was so scared that I was going to see people that I know and...
Yeah.
But literally now, it doesn't really bother me anymore because it lasts me longer and it saves my money.
Yeah, there's no shame in it at all.
I wanted him to realise that that is where people have to go sometimes to get food to feed their children or themselves. I just hope that he realises that we ain't all got the luxuries that he has to just go and get whatever meal that you want. Sausages, oh, they're good. They don't usually give you them,
yeah,
so that's quite good.
Nice.
Peas, veg, potatoes, corned beef we'd have with rice. That's proper poor man's dinner. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never.
It literally
seen that
is
before.
a poor man's dinner.
Wow.
When I get paid now and I go shopping, I don't have to get all this stuff. So it saves my money and I can spend that money on the kids. So it makes it easier for me.
Living skint has certainly been an education for Sam, but his time together with Charlotte, Maisie and Malachi is almost over.
I just want to say thank you for having me, and it's taught me so much. Yeah, I couldn't have asked to have been with a better family. You know, it's just really inspirational when you're only, 29, and the fact that you've been doing this since, you were 17 is just, it's just amazing, really. When I waste so much of my time, worrying about what my hair looks like and what my Instagram photo is going to look like, and when your priorities are so much more different. I think you're a great mom.
Thank you, I appreciate that. He's very lucky with money and things like that, but obviously I hope my kids realise that they're lucky that they've got me and we're a family and we've got a lot of love and respect for each other, and money isn't everything.
Before Sam leaves, the family has a surprise.
Hello, Sam.
So we got you a little something for coming to stay with us, and we wanted you to have a little memory. There's a little joke present in there for you as well.
I love that.
Yeah, I thought it's lovely.
We're all smiling and looking, and I look gorgeous in that. Wow.
It's because you tried it with, because you tried it with me.
Oh, these got to go together.
Yeah, so because you tried it with me, I thought maybe you could go back and show people a little bit about East London.
Thank you, guys, and I hope I will definitely see you guys soon.
Sam also wants to thank the family for all they've taught him during his stay.
Maisie, here is a gift card to get some clothes. Okay, I hope you like this as well.
Thank you!
So I hope it's one that you like.
Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, is that good? It's okay. And I was very alarmed when you started drinking wine out of a mug, and so did your friend. So we had to sort that out.
Thank you.
So there's some poor wine glasses.
So much.
His time with Charlotte and her family has given Sam a new perspective on what a privileged life he leads. And it's perhaps even helped curtail his selfie obsession.
Not spend so much time, you know, trying to take a photo when actually I should be enjoying the moment, or, you know, trying to buy an outfit for a particular thing that really no one really cares about. Bye, guys.
Bye, Sam. Take care.
It shows me in the grand scheme of things what really matters, and that's the people around you. And it just shows the lack of importance for material items. I've just had such a great time, like such a heartwarming, fulfilling time that I didn't expect.
Brand new rich kids used to living the high life.
I would say I'm privileged.
I'm a bit of a princess.
I look like a bad bitch in these.
Every day's a catwalk.
They're about to take a giant leap out of their comfort zone.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe.
It does look a bit rough.
They'll stay with typical British families living on the breadline.
Look at the car. It looks like it's cost a lot of money.
I really do want to get out of the situation.
Literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money.
They'll learn what life is like.
I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't.
For those struggling to get by.
I did 6.5 months eating out of bins.
And the sacrifices they make.
She's always trying to make sure we're okay, and she doesn't even check on herself.
Will the cash-strapped families change their views?
I see a lot of good things about you.
And will the rich kids learn?
It's Chanel.
I've never even heard of Chanel.
There could be more to life.
I just can't believe people live like this.
Than money.
Nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with.
I'm just an emotional wreck.
When rich kids go skint.
I don't buy caviar religiously. I'm just saying that I like the taste of it.
19-year-old James is studying business at university in London.
I have definitely met a lot of posh kids. That's just how it is at the most expensive school in England.
His deluxe central London digs cost £1,900 a month.
I love living in a posh area.
James's parents pay his £40,000 a year living costs, most of which is not spent at uni.
I like bars, clubs, restaurants. When I'm in a club, I could easily spend $2,000.
The living is easy when it's paid for by the bank of mum and pop.
I feel bad about that sometimes, but yeah, it's not my money.
When he really wants to lose some pounds, Sporty James heads outdoors.
Most of the time, my idea of fun is just working out or hanging out with friends.
He came over a year ago from Ohio in the USA.
Sometimes I feel like an alien being American over here.
Back in the big country, his family have a 5-acre multi-million-dollar estate.
We got space for a pool, and we own a lot of forest area.
They have some unusual investments.
My family's biggest heirloom is an American flag from the Revolutionary War, which is valued around $5 million or 3.7 million pounds.
James's taste for nice things started young.
My most treasured possession was my Ford Mustang that I drove through high school. That was about 30,000 pounds. Nobody would tell me they're jealous to my face, but I could tell they were.
So how does he feel about living on the breadline?
I haven't experienced much poverty firsthand. This is gonna be a first-time experience for me. I have no idea what to expect.
The last thing James might expect is the Wiblys family from Gillingham.
Most people think we're bonkers. Everyone we meet do, I think.
Stuart and Sherry share their rented house with their daughters, Charlie, who's 19, and Skye, who's 9.
I'm a community nurse in Gillingham.
And I'm a stay-at-home father. When I was younger, I started work at the paper mill, where unfortunately I ended up having a bad accident.
The accident left Stuart with a chronic pain condition called fibromyalgia.
For the last 4.5 years, I've been unable to work.
Being a single-income household just adds to their pain.
We've got rent, that's £800, which is going to leave us about £100 for the month.
Yeah.
We don't claim housing benefit or council tax, so there has been times where I've been thinking, I don't know where I'm going to find the money for the rent.
They make sure the fridge is never empty.
When it comes to the food shopping, about £50 a week.
£50 a week, yeah.
50 quid doesn't go far with a family of 4.
Skye's a little firecracker. She's going to run this rich kid ragged. Charlie's quite different.
Quiet.
Yeah, she's quiet, she's reserved. She's followed in my footsteps. She's a healthcare worker at the same company that I work for.
They also have 2 pugs. And a pig.
Not every family has a pig living in their living room, do they?
He was meant to be a mini micro pig, and he certainly ain't. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to have a licence to have whatever piggy it is in your house.
It's like a birth certificate for a child, basically.
Their plus-size porker isn't the only thing shaking the foundations.
We've got our own disco machine here. We've got all the lights. We've got lasers. We don't need to go out for a party.
No, we choose our own company, we're our own music.
But do they think the rich kid will be singing their tune?
When the rich kid gets here, yes, they will be in for a shock.
I think they're going to talk quite posh.
Yeah?
But I'll tell them to talk normal.
What?
Because I can't really understand posh.
Yeah. If they're polite and they join in with the family, they'll be part of the family.
It's the day of departure, and James is packing his collectible sports jerseys.
So first and foremost, I've got my Bryant jersey, Kobe, and Bengals vintage.
Those shirts together are worth £300. That's not even in the Wiblys ballpark. Meanwhile, every family member is contributing to the cleaning.
I want it to be clean for, like, when the rich kid comes. When I, like, eat, I wash up my bowl, and when I drink, I wash up my cup. I also do this sometimes.
One family member's contributions are less welcome.
We normally have to do this every couple of days, and no one else will do it, so it gets left to me.
Gillingham is only 40 miles from Regent's Park, but it's a different world for James.
The joined-together houses, it's just more compact and, like, inner city. The square footage in one of these homes would be about the size of a barn in my part of the U.S.
So, is that a good thing, James?
No, I wouldn't want to sleep in a barn.
Inside, the family are placing their bets.
So the bet, either a girl, we win.
Yeah.
Boy, they win.
Beware of the pig. I'm not sure if that's a reference to something, but that's catching me a little off guard.
Any minute now, and they're gonna knock. Oh, right. Hello there.
Hey.
Hey,
How are you?
welcome.
How are you?
I'm okay, nice to meet you. My name's Sherry.
Nice to meet you, too. Oh, is that a pug?
Hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
This is Stuart, my husband.
How are
That's
you doing?
Sky.
I'm James.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Charlie, nice to meet you.
Hey.
And this is James.
James doesn't look like he's a rich kid, but coming down this way to Kent, I think will be an eye-opener to him.
The Wiblys two-bed terrace is small by American standards.
This is mine and Stuart's bedroom. He finds it difficult to walk up the stairs, so we made this into our room.
It's a bit compact, but, you know.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting you to say it's tiny, because to me it's tiny. That's bowing because we can't put no more at the top.
The house is certainly packed to the rafters.
Do you still live with your parents?
I live on campus at Regent's University in London right now, but I've lived with my parents all my life, and we used to have like 5 acres. Now I think we got 4. A lot of it is forest, but some of it is space for our pool. Sometimes you just see a deer walk past the window.
Oh, that's heaven. Well, James's life is proper privileged. I mean, he lives on 4 acres with a swimming pool, and it's just something that we would dream of. This is Charlie's, so Charlie's room is a little bit bigger than ours.
This is a nice bed, though.
She saved up and she bought that herself, and
It looks like she worked hard for this.
she works at the same company I do. She's a care worker. And then she's studying as well. She wants to be a paramedic.
I could never do that.
It's tough for the money. She gets paid about £9 an hour. I'm a qualified nurse and I get £12.73. And the things we have to do for that, some people, it's their worst nightmare. To me and to Charlie, we love it.
When she told me about what she did for work, I just kept getting more respect for her because I can see they're a hardworking family.
So I'm going to take you into the kitchen. We haven't got enough room to put more shelves up, otherwise we wouldn't have this stuff on top.
Our kitchen is just more spacious.
Yeah. So this is our bathroom. Again, it's quite tiddy, and you're quite tall, so you're nearly hitting the ceiling. And we only have the 1 bathroom. How many bathrooms do you have?
3.
Oh, that'd be nice.
One of which we don't use.
But there's one thing the Wiblys have which James doesn't.
When I was in the kitchen talking to Sherry, I heard this noise and then heard something headbutting the door. And I look outside and I see a pig.
Damn.
When I saw the Beware of Pigs sign, I thought it was referring to the dogs because they looked like pigs. I was wondering what that noise was.
This is Sam.
Wow, he's a big boy.
Yeah, you can stroke him. Oh, he's talking.
I thought the pig was awesome. Living with it and cleaning up after it is obviously a hassle. I wasn't scared of the pig, I just wasn't expecting it.
It's lunchtime, and James is helping Stuart prepare a fresh and healthy budget meal.
Do you do cooking at home?
Yeah, I cook when I get the chance. I make like salmon, burgers. I used to cook in a kitchen at a restaurant that I worked at, so.
I always wanted a restaurant. That was one thing I wanted. My mum died not having a dream. That was a restaurant. What I wanted was an American diner, and I was going to call it Christine's Diner.
Oh,
so
that's
it's going to be like American English diner.
That's nice. You still got hopes for that?
With the pain I've got at the moment, probably not. I'd like to, one point.
Stuart's chronic pain condition was life-changing.
I came out of work like 4 years ago now. I had an accident. I got crushed by a 2-ton paper reel.
Wow.
It's a shame because I love work. I bought my first house at 19, so I was your age.
Yeah.
And then I've gone there, so.
The fact that he was actively working and then it just got taken from him out of nowhere, I mean, it was hard to listen to. I feel like if all his injuries just went away, like right now, he wouldn't hesitate to go back to work because I know he likes it and he's got dreams.
Lunch is up.
Stuart's story gives James food for thought. Now Sherry has a few questions for him.
So how much do you normally spend on food shopping for yourself?
Like 150 sometimes too.
Just you, for a week?
Yeah.
If I ate £200 worth of food a week, I'd be huge. So how do you pay for your food shopping?
From one of the several credit cards that my parents gave me to come here.
I'd never trust her with a credit card.
It's shocking what he spends on food, really.
£200 a week on himself. I don't know where he puts it. There's nothing of him. That's what we spend in 2 months.
James grew up in Cincinnati with maids and cleaners, but today Sherry's getting him to do her dirty work.
My morning, what I've got to do before I go to work is pick up all this poo from Sam, George and Archie. So if you don't mind, you can give me a hand.
All right, let's go.
OK. So I usually just sweep it all into one pile and then I pick it up and put it in a bag. And there you go. I'm quite surprised you're not heaving. Ah, you got it.
Man.
You got it.
That's a £160 pair of trainers that will never smell the same again.
Honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to get myself that emotionally attached to a mammoth-sized beast to the point where I'm doing so much maintenance just to keep it clean.
I think after you've been doing it for such a long time, you find it quite therapeutic.
It's not like any aromatherapy I've heard of.
This is where you really have to get your hands mucky and just pop it in. Ah, see, I didn't even have to ask you. You're well up for it.
You can smell it more now.
See, I can't smell it.
Oh, shit.
Do you want to have a go?
I'm not doing that.
This is what normally happens as well. We'll be cleaning it, and then Sam will decide to come out and do another one. He's having a wee. You've got no shame, Sam. You have to give it a good old clean to get any that's been trampled in. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think James did really, really well. I was expecting him to heave and swear, and I was actually expecting him to say, I don't want to do it anymore. He's done an awesome job. Would you do this every morning, or would you employ somebody to do it?
If I had a pig, I would do this myself. I wouldn't pay someone for it, but I just straight up not own a pig.
Come on, let's go. Let's wash our hands.
Once a week after school, the family takes Sky to Kung Fu. The classes cost £37 a month, which Sherry pays for by doing an extra shift.
I couldn't tell you the difference between Kung Fu and karate. I've done some boxing because everyone on my dad's side of the family was a boxer. But I've watched The Karate Kid like once, so that's my guidebook for what I know.
Gillingham has been called the knife crime capital of Kent.
Knife crime in Gillingham at the moment is quite bad. There's been quite a few people stabbed, like one of Charlie's friends died not that long ago due to being stabbed.
It sounds tough. I mean, just having anyone you know die from that, like...
I mean, I don't even trust myself walking around here, let alone as she gets older now. So, yeah, I think it is important that she knows in a situation like that how to sort of get herself out of it.
Well, my neighborhood is more isolated. There's not many break-ins, but we all still have guns, and that's just how it is.
I don't think James realised how bad Gillingham actually is, but I think it's definitely opened his eyes.
All right, James, are you ready to have a go?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
I really think this was cool. I learned some new things. You know, I learned some nunchucks.
He should think about some private tutoring.
Do you think the class has humbled him tonight?
It's hard to tell with him.
We can't figure him out. We're hoping that he's enjoying himself with us, but he's not an open book, is he?
No.
When we've asked him some questions about where he lives and the background he has, I do think he's playing it down a little bit because he's probably thinking that me and you, we're going to judge him.
Yeah.
We don't care what he's got.
No.
He just needs to be a bit more honest, because we're not going to judge him.
If the Wiblys have a little money saved, they put it towards something for the whole family. This month, it's a slap-up meal at Gillingham's finest greasy spoon. A family meal like this would be a day's wages for Sherry, so this is a rare treat.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, I'm paying for the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, you guys have been so nice.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's no problem. It's good.
Thanks are really due to James's parents. But the gesture means the Wibleys can splash out next month.
Have you ever tried lobster?
Once or twice. And I remember eating lobster in Florida, and I just despised it.
Really?
Like, I don't even know if I finished the whole thing.
Oh,
Because
I'd love that. I mean, I love crab.
What about caviar?
I rarely eat caviar, but like when it's offered, wow, those portions are huge.
So how much is a tin of caviar?
It could be like 200 pounds.
Oh, wow. Oh.
James's huge lamb roast dinner cost £6.20. He could have got about half a gram of Royal Beluga caviar for that.
What sort of job does your parents do?
So my dad sells machines for other companies that are selling them. My mom's a psychotherapist.
How did they end up with money in the first place?
My great-great-grandpa, his name was James E. Mooney, and he was just about the richest person in Cincinnati in the 1800s. You know, there's a street named after us in Cincinnati that I drive by sometimes.
What a privilege to have a street named after him. I'd be so proud of that, and he needs to shout that out. So.
You know, there's a Stuart Avenue, but it's got nothing to do with me.
Do you worry that people only want to know you for what you have?
Yeah, I'd rather meet a friend wearing the trashiest clothes I have, and if they stick around, then, you know, it's a good person.
Because I did get that with you. I did get that feeling with you. You hold a lot in. You don't want to. You don't want to shout out where you come from and what you and your family have. I do think that he's worried about what people think of him. His family are worth a hell of a lot of money, but it really doesn't come across that way.
He doesn't show off.
But I would like you to know that while you're with us, it's not about where you come from and what you have. It's how you treat us and the way you are and how you've been with all of us. That means a hell of a lot. So by all means, don't feel like you have to lie about yourself. I want you to be honest.
I'm glad about that. Thank you.
Yeah, be honest with us.
I would just feel weird bringing this information up out of nowhere. I would rather be asked about it than just to say it. That's why I don't feel like I'm trying to hold back. It just sometimes feels like that.
The Wibleys weren't always on the breadline. Stuart's accident meant he had to sell his house, and they had few savings to fall back on.
If anything ever went wrong and your family lost what they own, I mean, what would happen?
We got this Revolutionary War flag that has also been passed down from my ancestors. That could be worth several million, like over 5 million.
Wow. It's nice to have a backup like that in case you need it.
That's nice to have an heirloom.
Yeah.
That just ended up with us by chance. That's just luck right there.
Wow. We've saved a little bit of money, and it's nice just in case something happens to have that backup, but that's amazing.
He hasn't wanted to boast about anything what he's had, and it's took us a lot to grow him and to find out exactly what and who he actually is.
Back at the Wibleys' compact joined-together house, James is finding out where he's bedding down.
For tonight, unfortunately, because we don't have a spare room, this would be where you're sleeping. But you've got a few housemates with you, George, Archie and Sam.
I'm just wondering if the pig's gonna, like, straight up bite me in the middle of the night.
Actually, the only thing that might bother you is he's a big snorer.
That's fine with me.
Have you ever slept with a pig before?
Yeah, my ex.
It's bedtime in England, but it's afternoon in Ohio, where James's sister Audrey lives.
Hey, Jay.
How are you doing?
What's the experience like?
First of all, look, this is their dog.
Aww.
They've also got a pig, in the house.
Oh, my goodness. Are you healthy and safe?
Being with the pig isn't hygienic, but it helps me see how much more spacious my living is right now.
It's good talking to you. I hope I see you soon.
All right, see ya.
Bye, James.
Not the chattiest of rich kids. Even Sherry feels like she wants to get a bit more out of James.
Tomorrow I'm hoping that he opens up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And tells us a little bit more about himself. But most of all, to just be who he is. Sod what people think.
They've got a good idea of my background. I just feel like elaborating on it to a certain extent would just be like boasting, and I don't want to be like that. Me and this pig have had a very busy day, so we're gonna kick it. No snoring, okay? Good night.
James had trouble sleeping, playing piggy in the middle, literally.
Sam grunted and started snoring. I don't know what the hygienic problems of breathing the same air all the time is, but I would think that it's not good for you.
Maybe Stuart and Sherry can help settle James's concerns.
You have pets at home, don't you?
Yeah. Sometimes my dog will, like, pee in my room.
Oh.
And then I'm like, Mom, get your dog. Come clean it up.
Oh, so it becomes your mum's dog then.
I don't mind doing Sam's mess. You can actually dry his out and burn it like coal.
Really?
I even cooked a bit of toast on it.
Really?
Despite this, they still let Stuart cook breakfast.
Egg, bacon, chips, beans, and plum tomato. So it's our take on a full English, but with chips. I wouldn't say this is your Father Day, would you? Maybe my Father Day.
The budget breakfast of own brand groceries cost just 70p each. The family's low budget also includes clothes. So this morning, Bargain Queen Sherry is taking James to check the rails at a local charity shop. James's daily wear is collectible sports jerseys, but Sherry wants to show him that fashion can be frugal.
Today, I thought it'd be nice to find something for you. I don't like going and spending a lot of money on clothes, so we've got a budget of £10.
All right.
So yeah, let's get cracking.
£10 would get Sherry an entire outfit, but James only has an eye for some novelty gear.
These army jackets are dope. Are they like former uniforms or
Sometimes, yeah. So where do you normally get your clothes from?
Well, I go thrift shopping a lot. I got a jersey from an online vintage shop. That was $200.
Wow.
Pretty quality, so.
200, it's quite a lot.
James's definition of thrift is about 20 times what the family's is.
Hearing about Sherry's spending makes me realize that I got a sense of comfort knowing that I can go out and buy something that I might not need. And then Sherry might not have that option, so it's probably tough on her. This is 6. Should I try it on?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I like this. I think I'm gonna get this.
As soon as I came up here, I'm drawn to these straight away. I knew you'd like it.
At my house, we got a closet full of stuff like this, but it's because my grandpa was in World War II. So, like, we've got his uniform in there. And
wow.
A lot of memorabilia from the war.
I'm a very nosy person, so with James, he's intriguing me. He's got a different type of personality I've not met before, so I'm looking forward to getting to know him and him teaching me something. So what about a shirt to go underneath?
See, if I go with something like this, then I look like the creepy uncle at Hooters hitting on the waitress who's half my age.
At first, I weren't sure if he enjoyed it until we were making fun out of the shirts, and I think that melted it a little bit.
But this one is cool.
That is awesome.
It's pretty fire. I might get it.
It was £2.50 with change left over.
Animal lover James is drawn to the collectible creatures.
I'm gonna get the fox.
Yeah, go for it. Considering
this is 50p.
That's awesome.
So for £9, he's got all he needs for a 1970s themed army ceramics get-together. After his success at the charity shop, Sherry wants to test James's budgeting skills with some grocery shopping.
OK, so your challenge today, you have to cook a dinner for all 5 of us on £5. So there's your money, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
With his mask and a fiver, he's got everything he needs.
I think the worst case scenario is going to be a frozen pizza.
Or not enough to go around to everyone.
Not enough to go around, because that's going to be the issue. There's 5 of us.
Are we going to go starving tonight? Don't know. I might.
James spends £200 a week on food for himself, compared to just £10 for each of the Wiblys.
I'm looking for like the packs of 4 because I'm trying to make burgers. I know I need 4, but they've only got them in 2s. Is there another meat section? Okay, I guess these classify as buns. I'm gonna get one of those. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, there's 4 already in here.
4 burgers for 5 people. Something's wrong with his maths.
All right, so I've got about $1 to spare. You know, I'm gonna see if I can add some cheese. I mean, a pound.
At least he got that right, in the end.
This cheese is gonna be like 50 pence over the budget, so.
James is already exceeding his budget. Perhaps he needs a different meal plan.
I got 2 ingredients in my basket. I mean, that's all you really need when you're making burgers, so.
But he has a novel idea to save money.
So I'm not buying for myself, by the way, because I'm cooking for them, and there's 4 that I'm cooking for, so this works out perfectly.
Starvation is not really a perfect solution, but he's making sure he doesn't go thirsty.
So this right here, it's my favorite beer, and I can rarely find it being sold anywhere in the UK, so I'm gonna get 2. And that's gonna be £10 extra, but I'm getting it.
Under the family's regular budget, £10 would feed all 4 of them, 2 dogs, 1 pig, and 1 fish for a whole day.
How you doing? I've always realized that it's been harder for poor families, but this is some new insight to what it's like. I didn't feel the need to get anything for myself. I guess I'll just starve.
Spoken like a true student.
Hello.
Hey, hello, how did you do?
I got everything I needed. It was $4.25. I got...
Wow.
Really?
75 to spare.
You did better than me. Oh, I can't wait.
Will they be so happy when they see what he's got?
Burgers. Rolls.
Lovely.
So this is the setup that I got with the £5 you gave me.
Right, yeah.
And that was
Brilliant.
the food.
And that's...
And I can make a full dinner with that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a bit shocked. £5 and 4 burgers for our dinner.
I know.
Oh, we might have to have a takeaway.
How are you going to make a full dinner with that?
You know, I just bought these with the intent to cook for just you guys.
That just goes to prove he's used to cooking for himself and not a family, and he's more interested in meat, in the protein.
Yeah. When I usually have a burger, I usually have lettuce on it and gherkins and cheese as well.
If you got any of that here, I can use it.
That's not really how this challenge works. Has he seen this show before?
But the other option, I mean, you can get pasta for 20 pence and a little bit of mince for £1.50 and a tin of tomatoes and some puree. You could have made a massive spaghetti bolognese out of that.
I picked burgers because I used to work in a kitchen, and that was always my favorite thing to make. I just become so familiar with it over the years that it's like second nature to me.
You don't have the experience of cooking for a family, you know, so, and it's also trying to find food that's healthy for the family as well when they've got health conditions. Do you see now how hard it is to, like, make £5 go a long way for a family? It can be challenging.
You know, this is a classic American meal.
That argument isn't holding much water with Sherry.
And he's put a lot of thought into it as he wanted to give us an American experience.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really sweet. Give him another 10 years when he's got a family, it'd be a lot different.
They say charity starts at home.
I look forward to it.
Right, so I'm going to watch you and see how you do these, see if you do it any differently to me.
Do you have cheese, by the way?
Yeah? The cheese didn't come out the £5 budget, but we've always got cheese. When I first met James, I mean, straight away I got the impression he wasn't going to give anything without any probing. He was showing off his skills, and I thought that would be a good time. So, James, what was your childhood like?
My childhood's been all over the place. I remember a lot of the good times, but, you know, there's been a lot of bad times too, so.
Does that affect how you are now?
It's part of the reason that I don't let money define me. I've experienced that firsthand. Money can't get you out of everything, so you gotta be your own person.
He did tell me that he's had some traumatic experiences of his own. I wasn't going to pry and ask him what they were, but then that was an opportunity for me to tell him about my childhood. My childhood was not a happy one, and what you've just said, I identify with that. I mean, my mother, she was mentally ill, so she never used to cuddle or kiss us. She would use money and buy us things to show us that she loved us. Because of the abuse I had growing up, I become very withdrawn. So a bit like you, you know, your experiences change who you are.
Sherry told me some of the darkest times in her life, like some heavy stuff. No matter how much darkness you've been through, you can't give up on being good. And I've seen that a lot with all of them. You know, a lot of this has been about the difference in wealth and lifestyle. But to me, it was way more than that. You know, not only just how you live, but your personalities, what you've been through, and no matter how hard it is, you still opened up, which I can respect, because it's never easy to do that. That's one of my challenges. Like, I just have a hard time opening up. Like, I feel like when I came in here, I was just going over to a family friend or something for, like, dinner.
You've made it easy, and you've taught me things. You've taught me to just have the bravery to try things out. Even if it's scary, give it a go. You've given me that buzz to try something out of my comfort zone. I see a lot of good things about you, and if I had a son, I would have liked to have had one like you.
When Sherry said that I was like a son to her in a way, it just made me think of my own mom and like what she thinks of me. And I think she'd be proud of me. All right, this is probably the most minimalistic way I could present these.
Well, lovely, thank you. Charlie doesn't eat burgers, so you can have one in the end.
I can test for myself.
Oh.
Thank you.
How is it?
How much out of 10?
1 billion out of 10.
Ah, there you go, you passed.
All right. What did you put on it?
Nailed it. I put the basil leaves in the pan, so...
Basil?
The basil leaves.
Basil. Basil.
Basil.
It's American, isn't it? Basil.
Yeah.
James is cooking.
That was divine.
Yeah, you like that, didn't you?
I loved the burger, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wish there was more.
It's James's turn to get some of his questions answered.
So my question that I got for both of you is, what's your end game? What's your goal?
I think with me, I love nursing. I've wanted to be a nurse since I was 6, but I had a car accident that left me with a head injury, and then I developed epilepsy, so I can't work full-time. So I'm hoping that gets under control so I can work full-time so we can afford a mortgage.
I want to get back on the property ladder.
Yeah, that's our dream, to have our own house.
Okay.
Something that we can leave to the kids when we're not here.
And my other goal is to lose some weight. and a lot of that's to do with the tablets I'm on, so...
You got some really good goals that you set for yourself.
Do you know what? When James started asking us questions about what our ambitions are, it showed us that he was interested and he wanted to know us. And that's the first question he's really asked.
It's James's last night with the Wiblys, and Stuart is pulling out all the stops with his DIY disco.
Surprise!
Oh, this is hype, man.
We don't go out to nightclubs. We have our nightclub here, and it's our appreciation to you.
This is awesome. So I came downstairs, and to my surprise, I found out they had a Rager ready. That was hype.
James shares his pricey purchases with Stuart.
Cheers.
James would be hard-pressed to spend the £2 he normally spends in this club.
Oh, he loves it, don't he? The disco.
Yeah, he really enjoyed himself. He even whipped his hat off and put it on Sky's head.
I like this kind of environment. This is the type of party that I like. This family right here is a perfect example of why nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with. That's the main thing.
After a late night clubbing in the living room, it's coffees all round this morning.
I've got you a coffee, James.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right. So how are you doing with this whole experience?
It's been pretty good to me. I had some good nights here. I slept well. Pigs just like, after a while, you don't even notice it. How's your week gonna go?
Tomorrow and Friday I'm working.
And you're working at where?
It's a community care company, so we deal with people that have been given no longer than 3 months left to live. As much as it's upsetting, it is very special. What are you studying at university?
I'm studying business right now.
Do you enjoy business?
Yeah, I've always had an interest in it.
That's the thing, it's a lot easier when you go into something that you like doing.
Now, how many hours do you normally work a week?
So it varies because I'm on a 0-hour contract, which for me is good because it fits around college hours. I think the lowest I've probably earned 150 a week.
What do you use that for?
Eventually I want to be able to move out, so I am saving for that. But I've always said even if I did win the lottery or I come into good money, I wouldn't not work because it's more than just the money, I think.
Time has run out for Rich Kid James's skint experience.
I'm honestly probably gonna miss this place. I've gotten to know them so well that it just feels familiar to me now, to the point where I feel now they're friends.
But he has had an important realisation about himself.
When Sherry told me that she got the vibe from me that I couldn't really open up easily, that was something that I didn't even really see about myself, so I'm gonna remember that. My mom is a therapist, so I spent my whole life just getting analyzed with everything I do. So that's where it stemmed from.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, so you're all packed up?
Yeah, I'm all ready to go.
Oh.
I'm definitely gonna miss all you guys, but I got something for you before I go. I got you champagne, because I know we were going pretty insane last night.
Yeah.
So, and then I got you a set of 3 mugs.
That looks lovely.
That is
And then,
really
Sky,
nice.
I got you a University of Cincinnati football jersey.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is absolutely lovely.
It's a good team. They're undefeated right now.
This is our message to you. This is what we've been trying to tell you, and we know that you've got the message.
Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, wow, this is cute. Thank you for this experience. You're a lovely man with big ambition and determination. It's been fun. I hope the pig didn't scare you. Yeah, this is me.
That's you studying.
Yeah.
That's your life for the next, what, 3 years?
Yup.
You said you weren't going to cry, baby.
You can't help it.
We're all the same.
Yeah.
Just different circumstances, but it doesn't
Different
make us any
upbringings, innit?
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Hi, it's
Hi,
lovely
guys.
to see you.
I had a great time with you.
See, I've never had a son, and that used to upset me, and now I kind of feel like I've got that. I know that feeling.
I love y'all.
Love you too.
Andrew,
Bye.
take care.
See ya.
Oh, I think we're always going to be here for James, don't you?
Yes. He doesn't have his family in England, so, yeah, he's always welcome.
Definitely.
I definitely have made a new group of friends here, and I'm gonna stay in contact with them. I feel like I'm gonna be more curious about people now, just whoever it may be, no matter the wealth. I'm gonna wonder about what their life is like, and they helped me to be more open-minded in a way.
brand new rich kids used to living the high life.
I would say I'm privileged.
I'm a bit of a princess.
I look like a bad bitch in these.
Every day's a catwalk.
They're about to take a giant leap out of their comfort zone.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe.
It does look a bit rough.
They'll stay with typical British families living on the breadline.
Look at the car. It looks like it's cost a lot of money.
I really do want to get out of this situation.
Literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money.
They'll learn what life is like.
I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't.
For those struggling to get by.
I did 6.5 months eating out of bins.
And the sacrifices they make.
She's always trying to make sure we're okay, and she doesn't even check on herself.
Will the cash-strapped families change their views?
I see a lot of good things about you.
And will the rich kids learn?
It's Chanel.
I've never even heard of Chanel.
There could be more to life.
I just can't believe people live like this.
Than money.
Nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with.
I'm just an emotional wreck.
When rich kids go skint. This is 24-year-old rich kid Mercedes from London, a pampered heiress to one of Nigeria's richest families.
Everything is within reach, and I haven't had to work for it. It's definitely something that I wouldn't want to swap or change.
Having sadly lost her dad at the age of 4, engineering student Mercedes and her mum are taken care of financially by her multi-millionaire grandfather. He owns businesses across Nigeria, including medical, engineering and luxury car companies.
Because of what my granddad has achieved, I've been able to live a luxury lifestyle.
And that's in no small part due to the £1,500 monthly allowance he provides her with.
If I do need more, I can just send over an email to my granddad. Within 24 hours, the money's in my account and I'm all good to go.
Thanks to her granddad's entrepreneurial success, Mercedes has never had to worry about the £2,000 a month rent on her penthouse apartment or pay a single bill.
It's like electricity or gas, I don't know what it is. I have no clue. I prefer to just receive the money to go shopping. So I like to buy bags. This was 1.1.
That's £1,100 to you and me.
I haven't got anything that's this shape, and I felt like I had to have it. I feel like I buy at least 2 bags a month, or maybe even 3.
A month? Blimey.
I also like to spend my money on designer shoes and clothes. These were about, I think, around the £8.50 mark. I love these. This set me back about, I'd say about £800 to £900. I feel like when you buy designer, it's a lot more comfortable and it just looks good. Every day's a catwalk.
Being super rich means Mercedes doesn't have to bother slaving over a hot stove either.
On average, I do spend about £100 on takeouts.
That's £100 a day she spends on food delivery apps.
I do order breakfast and probably lunch, and I order my dinner because I don't want to cook.
Never having to worry about money gives Mercedes the freedom to enjoy her favourite pastimes.
I really enjoy art. I find it very relaxing. My dad was an artist, and I'm also fortunate enough to have the talent myself as well.
Talented and modest. So why does someone who lives such a carefree lifestyle want to sample what it's like to live skint?
Having money on tap, it has made me feel out of touch. So to be thrown in the deep end will be a real eye-opener and something that will be very, I guess, shocking.
Mercedes will be living on the breadline with 24-year-old Liam and 21-year-old Caitlyn from Doncaster, who sacrifice everything for their 2-year-old daughter, Esme.
So it's like we see the money in his bank 1 minute, next minute it's gone.
Like, we buzz for payday, and then when you look and you're like, we've actually bought nothing for ourselves. Because we can't, there's no money left.
With neither Liam or Caitlyn currently in work, the couple scrape by on universal credit of just £548 a month.
If it's a good month, we normally left with about 200-something pound. But then we have to obviously save that from when we run out of food and things like that.
With daughter Esme to provide for and another baby on the way, simply putting food on the table can be a real struggle.
That's how life is. It's just one big fight. You're always thinking, where's this money gonna come from to pay for that?
I did, like, odd times sell music and sell my TV, and there has been times it has been really, really hard.
Things may be tough, but Liam and Caitlyn are determined not to be on benefits forever.
I do want to work. 100% want to work. Bricklaying, gardener, anything what can just get me out there and earn money for my family.
With the family squeezed into a cramped two-bed council house, the couple are keen to see how the rich kid will cope.
It's going to be a big difference. I've seen quite a lot of rich people are a bit...
Snobby.
Yeah.
With a bag bulging full of designer gear, it's 10 a.m. as Mercedes nervously heads the 160 miles up north for the very first time. And as she reaches the outskirts of Doncaster, it seems the town certainly has the wow factor.
Wow, this is... Wow. It looks so different to what I'm used to. I've never actually been out of London. There's rubbish everywhere and just overgrown, not looked after grass, and I'm actually kind of scared about where we're heading to right now. I feel like I'm in Coronation Street or Emmerdale. This is different. Wow.
Oh, is this a...
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe. I saw newspaper in someone's window as a curtain, and I'm really hoping that's not where I'm going.
I'm getting really, really nervous.
Yeah, I am now.
I feel like I'm Beyonce or something. That's why everyone's looking at me like I'm a foreigner. I feel like a foreigner. The houses look like boxes. They're very small. Oh, no, there's rubbish in the backyard. Oh, my God. Oh, my nails. Hello.
I'm Caitlyn.
I'm Liam.
Hi, Liam.
Come in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Saying hello, Esme.
Hello.
Saying hello. So as you can see, our living room is very small.
Very small.
There's not much room.
Yeah, this is it's probably as big as my wardrobe, so it's very
Wow.
It's very
Do you know,
surprising.
look round the rest of the house or jump 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Seems the rest of the rooms aren't much bigger than her wardrobe either.
This is the bathroom. Quite small. We like it though.
It's a decent size to us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Still haven't finished my floor yet, but you know.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so lost for words. Okay.
Show you me baby's bedroom.
Okay, she's got a room, that's good. Oh.
As you can see, she has got a wardrobe, but it's like, I ain't got nowhere to put it. Obviously, we're having another little girl as well, so it's...
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say no. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, no, to see how small it is.
Yeah. Where was you plan to put in here as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bunk beds.
There's no room to swing a cat next door.
And this is our bedroom.
Oh, wow. The bed takes up the whole room.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
Oh, this is a very small house.
As you can tell, we can't even have a wardrobe.
You're about to say the storage. There's no storage.
Like, we've got to just put his clothes, like, on a box or in a little drawer.
So you haven't got a wardrobe?
No.
Oh. Oh, wow. I've got a lot more space. I've got, like, a vanity area so I can do makeup and stuff, and then I've noticed there's no mirrors.
No.
I'm just thinking how
We've got one little mirror. We'll put that in the bathroom for you to
Yeah,
use.
I do normally put it.
Yeah, I've got a floor-length mirror, and I'm just thinking, how...
Yeah, we couldn't have anything like that anywhere.
Wow, okay.
There's always the outdoor area if Mercedes needs some space to herself.
So what's the plan with the garden?
Eventually, I want, like, a big shed at back.
Okay.
A big decking, loads of decking here.
that to us is a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
That's like
thinking...
shopping for 2 months to us. It's,
really?
Yeah, it's a big...
Oh, wow, OK.
So what's Mercedes' verdict on her first time inside a cramped council house?
You can barely come inside. I had to turn sideways to go past the sofa. One thing I like is space. Just have my own space to just, you know, chill out. And I feel like everyone's on top of each other in here. I keep forgetting she's even pregnant, so there's another child coming. So I don't know how they're going to cope.
With such cramped living quarters, the only option is for Mercedes to bunk down in the living room.
Very close to the door. I'm a bit worried about safety. There's not a lot of space at all, I would say, for all my things. Even unpacking, I'm struggling to see where I'm going to put the stuff.
She might also struggle with what's on the menu for lunch. Normally, Mercedes would just order an expensive meal in from one of her delivery apps.
What do you normally eat for your lunch?
I like salmon or sushi or like prawn.
Yeah.
Like noodles and stuff.
No posh seafood on the menu here, but it seems Mercedes is in luck with the noodle part.
I have pot noodle.
I'm probably going to sound really dumb. So it's got noodles in it.
Yeah.
And has it got chicken in it? Or chicken flavour?
It's just a chicken flavour, yeah.
And how do you make it?
You put it boiling hot water out of your
Kettle
kettle.
water, and then, yeah.
Okay. See, I'll try it.
Try it?
I'll
Yeah?
try it. Yeah, why not? I'm still trying to understand that it sits in the cupboard. It doesn't go off. I don't know. Oh, wow. It looked like it was growing in the water. It's a shame that's the only option for lunch.
So how much do you normally spend on a budget on lunch then?
£35 for my lunch.
It's like 2 weekly shop on everything. Wow.
Yeah, it's because I like a lot of stuff freshly made, because that's why I'm a bit scared of that, because obviously it's already made.
It's very rare we have anything
Fresh. Really?
We normally buy freezer veg and things like.
Okay. Do you ever worry about what's in, like, you're eating in terms of what could be inside or?
I'll eat literally anything except from fish.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not a big...
You don't like fish?
None of us like fish at all.
Really?
At just £1 a pot, instant noodles are an incredible 35 times cheaper than Mercedes' daily lunch allowance.
Doesn't look like the noodles I have. Noodles is usually like long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just okay. Not very nice. Sorry. Doesn't got a lot of flavour.
It made me laugh. She kept poking about at the noodles and...
To us, it's fine, but obviously she's used to eating proper stuff and... Yeah, expensive food.
I feel like they're very conscious of having a lot of what they can afford, and things that I think are important, such as vegetables, fruits, are being left out. I don't think that's too good, because obviously you've got a little kid. She is pregnant, so it's a shame that being healthy doesn't look like it's that much of an option.
Financial constraints certainly limit many of Liam and Caitlyn's options in life. They're keen to hear about what it's like for those who never have to think about what they spend.
So do you currently work then for your money?
I don't know. My granddad, he's a millionaire, and yeah, he sends money down to me and my family. So anything we need, just ask granddad. He sends roughly about 1.5k a month to me.
And I've not even seen a grand. Never mind anything else.
I tend to just spend it on bags and stuff.
I haven't even got a bag.
You haven't got a bag?
No, I haven't. And I just stick my money in my coat pocket.
Wow, okay.
What is your most expensivest bag?
I have a Louis Vuitton backpack, which is £6 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, I think actually £6,000, is that a lot of money to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a lot because when I need something and I just ask for it, it feels like there's no limit. Yeah, so it's
Wow, that is like...
it's like it's a complete shock.
So much money.
Oh, God.
What?
So she just emails her granddad for like,
She gets
what,
like
£6,000 for a bag? It's like, wow.
I wonder what it'd actually be like for her to pay her own bills and...
Not ask her granddad for money and pay all the bills herself.
How much was that?
It's 3.5.
Just for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually look
Yeah.
like that expensive.
No,
like it's
because it's Chanel. It's
I've never even heard of Chanel. I don't know what Chanel is.
You don't know Chanel?
No, I don't.
I've heard of like Gucci, but I've never heard of like Chanel or...
Oh my God.
Like, what did you say? Louis
Vuitton?
Yeah, I've never heard of
Never
that.
heard of that.
Do you guys have luxury shops? Because obviously in London we have Selfridges. I don't know. Do you guys
We've
have
got
shops
like
and...
A few, but we've never been in.
JD and...
Yeah, that's like our luxury. Like JD.
They don't know what Chanel is, Fendi, Louis Vuitton. Like, these are household names. Everyone knows them. I'm just shocked.
We're just not topped up on clothes or things like that, are we?
Yeah.
From us universal credit, we could have the last 20 quid and...
Universal?
Credit, that's benefits of the government.
Okay.
So that last bit of money, what we've got spare, we'll put it on her.
We get about £548 a month.
Pardon?
And that...
£540 a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everything?
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Okay.
I bet that's a bit...
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
Wow, okay.
We manage on it, don't we? It's a struggle, but normally we spend about £100 on shopping a month.
Okay.
But we've learnt to deal with that. Sometimes we do get anxious and depressed and upset over it. Sometimes I've gone a full day and a night without out to eat.
Nothing to eat?
No.
That is so bad. The fact that they go hungry, don't even eat for a day. I'm gonna get emotional again. And then I'm here eating, 3 times a day, ordering in, spending up to about £120 on food. And that's a day. And then they're having to budget £500 for a month. I think it's very unfair. Oh, God. How old are you?
21.
It's sad because I'm just thinking about when I was 21. I just can't imagine how I would have handled all of this. Even though I'm older, you're a lot more mature than me. That's what it is, because you're actually handling all of this at the age of 21.
Oh. We get there, don't we, Esme?
She has her whole life ahead of her, but she's having to deal with these stresses. 21, as a baby, I've at 21, what was I doing? Partying. Still am, going to all the nice fancy bars, restaurants, and she's having to worry about if they can feed the kid. It's really hit home. I'm just an emotional wreck.
1, 2. She just thinks the world is so easy in her eyes, and now she's looking at us, she's thinking, wow, there is two different worlds kind of thing.
Give her a bit of a shock, I think.
Keen to give Mercedes a reality check, Liam has brought her to Doncaster Town Centre. With family finances stretched to breaking point, Liam sometimes has no option but to consider pawning personal items.
When we're going to go and test the waters to see how much we can get for these 2 bracelets.
So you give your stuff?
Yeah.
So have you ever given something that you obviously don't want to get rid of?
Yeah, like phones. So we got like £55 for that.
Okay.
That went basically on normal general shopping.
And then that's the phone?
Gone.
The local pawnbroker in Doncaster offers loans with items of property used as a security.
You all right, love? I'm just wondering.
The potential of having to hand over personal items is always heartbreaking for Liam.
Right, my love, so this one I'll be able to do £30 on for the bracelet and the charms. That one I'll be able to do 185. Yeah, 215, darling, altogether.
Today was just a tester, just getting the items valued, not handing them over. But Mercedes is shocked to learn that they might have to hand over some of their valued possessions next time. And if they couldn't pay back the loan secured on them within a month, they'd lose them forever.
Sometimes we've just got to get on with it and do it. End of the day, if we need food, if we need gas and electric. Times are hard, times are hard. We've been through it enough, so...
Caitlyn's bracelet is a gift. She doesn't have a lot. So, having to possibly give away things to pay bills.
The couple's situation may be desperate, but it's nothing compared to what Liam went through during his teenage years.
When I was 13 years old, I couldn't get no money at the time. Not old enough to go on job seekers or anything like that. And there's a shop just round the corner. I had to sleep underneath it for 6.5 months. This here, this door never used to be here. It used to be just like a walkway in, and that's where I spent most of my time. I did 6.5 months behind here, eating out of bins. I got something called athlete's foot, and that turned into trench foot.
At 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes I used to wait on a Friday night where all clubs are around there. And I used to sit outside clubs begging for money.
Wow.
Something
a lot.
I would never want anybody to go through.
No. Having to go into bins to find food. I can't even imagine.
Bits being gone off, I'd eat that because I've had to eat out of bins.
Yeah.
Very painful.
It must be bringing back a lot of horrible memories.
It does. But I am who I am today because of that reason.
Yeah.
Eventually, I went to live with my nan. My nan got me into college. Studied catering, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough. I left that, basically grew on my own 2 feet. Can't read much now, can't write very well. I'm very, very dyslexic, so that stops me from getting plenty of jobs. Stopped me from driving, stopped me from actually working sometimes. I managed to literally pick myself up and basically be who I am today. I'm a good guy if people see that deep down.
You are. The more that you've gone through, you're still so positive. You're an amazing person, I must say. This is so hard.
It's dinner time.
Thank you.
And hearing about all that Liam went through as a teenager seems to have given Mercedes a new perspective on things.
Do you know what? Chicken nuggets aren't bad. Not bad. I can't complain.
Better than the pot noodle.
It's a lot better than the. It's a lot better than the instant noodles. 13. Still trying to wrap my head around it. And I can't imagine what I would have done in that situation if I was 13. The fact that he has a roof over his head, you know, and food, even if it might be chicken nuggets and chips, is something. And I'm sure anybody would pick that over eating out of a bin. It makes the things that I care about seem so small. And there's a bigger picture, there's so much more to life.
After an emotional day, everyone's ready for bed by 10 p.m.
Good night, Mercedes.
Good night. Everyone apart from little Bo Peep, that is, who is getting to grips with spending a night on the sofa.
I feel very restricted because it's not a lot of space, but... And this isn't the sickest cover to have. Oh. I can't imagine getting a good night's sleep with the baby crying throughout the night, if that's the case.
She might have a bit of a rough night, but I'm sure she'll get her head down. She ain't got a choice, so she'll get tired at some point to fall asleep.
Let's hope so. Liam and Caitlyn have a big day planned for Mercedes tomorrow.
Shown her how we live today, so it's her. I want her to do it tomorrow. To show us
what she's learned from us.
It's a new day and a new hairdo for Mercedes after swapping her luxury king-size bed for a night dossing down on the sofa.
I did feel a little draft because obviously I'm so near the window, but I didn't feel like I was on a sofa, which I was very surprised at.
Caitlyn is very surprised at how long it takes her guests to get ready in the morning.
It can be 2 hours on makeup. I don't know if it's to do with the fact I like doing art, so my face is like I'm painting on my face, but no, I do enjoy doing makeup. Do you? You don't?
I don't really wear much makeup, no, not much. When you're a mum, you haven't got that time to do all of that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm having some breakfast.
I'll actually just copy everything I'm doing.
With 2-year-old Esme to care for, Caitlyn doesn't have much time for grocery shopping either.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Well done.
Keen to make the most of the extra pair of hands, she wants Mercedes to buy the ingredients for tonight's dinner. But it's a far cry from the limitless shopping budget this big spender's used to working with.
There's £6 here. That's
£6.
Yeah, that's more than our budget quite a lot of the times.
Oh wow, okay.
So here you go.
I will deliver a tasty meal. I will.
Along with her designer bag and £500 designer trainers, Mercedes will also have to put a thinking cap on if she has any hope of sticking to Caitlyn's tight budget.
Okay, I'm off, so see you.
See you when you get back, see what you've bought.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, I'm gonna need it. I'm a bit competitive, so I'm gonna take this very seriously and hopefully I'm gonna have some good results, but I'm not expecting much with just £6.
I am a bit worried of what she's going to buy. She's never really cooked before she orders in. Hopefully she uses it wisely. Like she said before, she's never been to a supermarket.
Seems for now, Mercedes is still avoiding the big high street supermarkets.
I'm going to the market. I've decided that's probably the best place to go because I'm looking for fresh. I feel like they've been eating way too much freezer food, and I'm just hoping that I might be able to barter my way and get a couple deals. Who knows?
Having spotted a butcher's stall, she quickly decides that a roast dinner may be her best option.
It'll just mainly be chicken and veg, so it'll be very healthy, hopefully very tasty. Hopefully, though, it's going to be cheaper than £6, but who knows? Hi, do you guys sell chicken? Chicken fillets? And then how much? £8.50 a kilo. And how many is in a kilo? Is it about 4? Jesus Christ, I can't afford to get chicken.
Now she knows how Liam and Caitlyn feel.
Is this beef? Okay, so if I wanted £3 worth of that, Is that possible? Of the diced, yeah? Okay. I have to completely change the dish. That's fine. I've got some meat for £3, so I've got £3 left. At least I've got meat. I feel like a dish is not really made without some kind of meat. Okay, thank you.
Shopping on a budget is certainly proving quite an education.
Chicken's expensive, which is really shocking. I thought it would be more in the cheaper end. Now I'm just gonna find vegetables and, I don't know, maybe some rice and pasta. We'll see. We'll see. We've got carrots, I've got mushrooms. Okay. I'm seeing the price and that's already £3 gone. I don't even know what I'm cooking.
Time to focus. There's a hungry family counting on you.
Do you know what? I'll just get the onion.
An onion, yeah.
Do you have garlic?
Yeah.
Garlic. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, for bag, yeah? Good luck to you and enjoy yourself in South Yorkshire.
Thank you. Bye.
With just enough left over for rice and some tin tomatoes from a nearby wholesaler.
Oh, that is so small.
118, my love.
Mercedes is just hoping she has enough ingredients to liven up the family's taste buds with a freshly cooked meal.
See you.
See you later.
Today was a huge challenge. Huge challenge. A lot of the stuff that I was gravitating towards, I was actually way out of the budget.
It's 5 p.m. Back home, Caitlyn's keen to hear about Mercedes' first ever experience of shopping on a budget.
Hi. Hiya. How did you get on?
Oh my God, it was a nightmare. It's just the things that I wanted to get were just not in the budget, yeah. I'm hoping you guys like beef.
Yeah. Did you stay within the budget?
I did, surprisingly.
That's
I have
great.
50p change.
Wow, very well.
Thank you.
Mercedes may be able to give herself a pat on the back for her savvy food shop, but the person who orders in every night now faces her next challenge, producing a budget meal for 4.
For making like a Nigerian-inspired stew, it will just activate those taste buds that I'm sure are dormant because they eat chicken nuggets. Fortunately, they don't have a chopping board, so I'm using a plate just to, and the knife is very blunt.
Those 2-inch nails aren't helping either.
Oh my God. So I'm struggling. This is embarrassing. I can't peel the onions. I guess it shows that I don't really do kitchen things.
That's becoming more apparent by the minute.
I'm trying to adjust the temperature, but I don't know. It's not, I don't know if it's hot or if it's... It sounds like something's happening. I don't want to touch it, but yeah, I'm going to leave it to simmer. I don't know, just leave that simmer.
Slaving over a hot stove may not be one of Mercedes' passions, but art certainly is. While the dinner cooks, she's decided to put her talents to good use with a surprise for Esme.
Do you guys mind if I become a bit creative in Esme's room and just do little designs and stuff?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for trusting me.
Esme will be sharing her bedroom with the new baby in a few weeks' time. Mercedes reckons it could do with a little brightening up, using some paint and decorations she bought with her own money earlier.
Got some wall art, really cute rainbows. I'm gonna stick them up. Esme is such a girly girl and she appreciates everything girly, so I feel like a unicorn would be really nice in the room.
Sharing a small bedroom is a far cry from all the privileges she enjoyed as a child.
Everything I'd ever wanted was just everywhere. I had every Barbie, if there was a new Barbie house, I had it.
Half an hour later, it's time to see what the family make of Mercedes' makeover.
And here we have it.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. Wow. Wow, have you seen Look? You're pretty warm.
You like it? I think you like the colours, don't you?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's all right. You're welcome.
She scored top marks from Esme.
Food is ready. As fancy as.
Let's hope Liam and Caitlyn are equally impressed with the £6 Nigerian-inspired stew that Mercedes is serving up for dinner.
That is actually really nice.
Is it?
I've never tasted the flavour before. It is nice.
It's like, wow.
Guys, stop.
Literally, it's like, wow.
You've done a really good job.
£6.
Sorry. I literally wasn't expecting this.
That is why I'm so surprised. Because I waste money. I waste money.
So do you reckon you'll actually start cooking?
Mate, do you know, seeing you guys' responses and even me eating this, I'm actually surprised. Because I feel like I would be able to order this, but I'll be charged a lot more. So £6, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked.
Yeah. You defo need to start making this.
Don't worry, I'll give you the recipe.
It's the morning of Mercedes' last day learning about the financial struggles faced by Caitlyn and Liam in Doncaster. Both have ambitions to get a job, but one big hurdle in their way is the cost of a driving licence.
You've got all of your lessons to pay, which is £22 a lesson. You've got to do about 10 to 15 of them.
Yeah.
So when you work that out, it's a lot of money, and then it's your car to buy, your insurance to buy, your tax to buy.
Yeah.
It is just one.
But it would make your lives easier
Yeah,
if
it would
someone was driving.
Yeah, 100% it would.
It's crazy. I didn't realise that ambition was also a luxury. To be ambitious, you're striving for the best for yourself. But you can't do that if everything around you don't have the resources to do so. I think you have to be a very strong person to be in a situation like this for such a long time. So have you ever thought to yourself, how are you guys gonna get out of it? Or do you? I'm sure you guys think about it. Do you maybe have a plan, or is it just?
We do kind of. We both want to do things in life. It's just getting to that point.
Getting to that.
You don't think about it too much because then it gets you down then and then.
One thing that really does get the couple down is having to resort to desperate measures when their grocery budget runs out.
Hello there.
Hello.
Is it Liam and Caitlyn?
Yeah.
It is.
Right, we're expecting you.
In the last year, almost 2 million people used a food bank in the UK. This one, run by the local authority, provides a lifeline for Liam and Caitlyn when they don't even have enough for the basics.
I got some spaghetti hoops, some more spaghetti.
Did you get the corned beef?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some corned beef. We haven't had that for a bit.
What's your plan with all this stuff that you're collecting?
We've got the can of mushrooms and a bolognese sauce. I know I've got a bit of mince at home, so I can make that into a nice meal. I've got some pasta with that.
Okay. All the stuff that you're getting, it's meals.
Yeah, meal after meal after meal, basically.
That's really good. That's really good. How popular would you say that this service is?
It's extremely popular. We have supported probably since the food bank started about 6 years ago. I think it's about 10,000 people have actually received support.
Wow.
No, you like rocket lettuce, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food banks are amazing. I'm really happy that things like this are actually available to people that need it. And it's just amazing that people have such good in their heart that are willing to volunteer.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to now, want to volunteer. I definitely want to take the opportunity to give back to the community.
Are you okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been an emotional few days, but Mercedes' time living skint with Liam and Caitlyn is over.
Going back now, I feel completely different to how when I first came in. And you guys have shown me there's way more to life than, superficial goods or whatever it is that I might, be interested in. And just, seeing the joy that you guys have with Esme and stuff. So it's definitely made me appreciate things that I might have overlooked before, 100%.
Before she heads back to London, Mercedes has a couple of parting gifts for the family.
For little Esme, I just got her some books. Hopefully you guys can obviously read them to her. Do you want to see them? Oh. Here you go. You got two? Yes. And this is a small token and hopefully it can help with future.
Can you grab that one?
Thank you. Gift voucher. Enjoy 8 hours of driving plus a theory test. Oh, I feel like crying now. It's so nice. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I just want to cry now. I am crying.
I hope that is...
Wow, no one's ever actually done anything like that.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, wow.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
It's okay. And I do wish you guys all the best. You're amazing people.
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
You too.
No, you're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Meeting Mercedes were wonderful. To be honest, I thought she was going to be a bit stuck up when I first seen her, but she's nothing like that.
She really understands how we live.
Yeah.
As much as I've been blessed, I feel like I haven't actually taken a step back just to kind of realise what I have and just how different everything could be. So this has been amazing and I feel like I really needed this. I'm very happy I've done this.
More brand new rich kids used to living the high life.
I would say I'm privileged.
I'm a bit of a princess.
I look like a bad bitch in these.
Every day's a catwalk.
They're about to take a giant leap out of their comfort zone.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe.
It does look a bit rough.
They'll stay with typical British families living on the breadline.
Look at the car. It looks like it's cost a lot of money.
I really do want to get out of the situation.
Literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money.
They'll learn what life is like
I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't.
for those struggling to get by
I did 6.5 months eating out of bins.
and the sacrifices they make.
She's always trying to make sure we're okay, and she doesn't even check on herself.
Will the cash-strapped families change their views?
I see a lot of good things about you.
And will the rich kids learn
It's Chanel.
I've never even heard of Chanel.
there could be more to life
I just can't believe people live like this.
than money?
Nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with.
I'm just an emotional wreck.
When rich kids go skint. Meet country girl Brooke from Suffolk, a paediatric nursing student who's grown up in the lap of luxury.
I'm very lucky that I've never had to worry about money before. My parents are always there for me to provide me with the funds when I need it.
Thanks to the success of her parents' car and jewellery businesses, 22-year-old Brooke lives in this 8-bedroom, 6-acre, multi-million-pound estate, nestled in a quaint corner of the English countryside.
We've got horses, which is really, really lovely. It's so peaceful and quiet up here, and I really, really like it.
Ever since her 2 older brothers left home, it seems Brooke has ruled the roost.
I'm a bit of a princess. I'd say I'm a bit of a mummy and a daddy's girl. They both spoil me equally.
And like any true princess, Brooke's had things easy from the word go.
I went to private school from the age of 2. I was able to have my own pony and go riding and get my own car when I came to the age of 17.
Her parents' generosity doesn't end with ponies and private schools.
Jewellery is one of my biggest passions. My collection's probably worth quite a few thousand, and my parents have given me most of it.
Brooke also likes to spend her parents' cash on her designer wardrobe, which is all decked out in her favourite colour.
Whenever I find something pink, I just have to get it. I think it's such a beautiful colour.
Along with shopping, this pink princess's other big love is taking part in pageantry competitions.
You're walking down the catwalk in a really beautiful dress and you just get 5 minutes to show off who you are.
Brooke's competed in numerous competitions, including Miss Great Britain. And of course, every new pageant means a new outfit.
This dress I wore for Miss Great Britain. It's got thousands of rhinestones on it, and this, I think, was £900. So I won the title of Miss Norwich in this, so it's a lucky dress, really.
You'd hope so for that price. But now Brooke will be trading the glamour of pageantry to experience what it's like for those on the poverty line who have to get by on benefits.
I don't know much about the benefit system. It's not something I've ever had to think about or worry about, really. I hope that spending time with people less fortunate than myself will help to broaden my horizons a bit more.
It may be just a couple of hours' drive from Suffolk, but Hackney in East London is a world apart from Brooke's country idyll. It's where she'll be living skint with single mum of 8, Sonia, who never has a minute to herself.
As a single mum, I do everything. I do the cooking, the cleaning, finances, anything that needs fixing in the house, and it is hard work.
Sonia's older sons have flown the nest, but she still has 4 younger children living at home.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
On top of juggling a busy household, Sonia also holds down a part-time job.
I run a fruit juice stall in a local market. The business doesn't bring in much, and we are struggling financially.
To supplement her meagre income, Sonia's forced to rely on benefits.
I get £1,500 a month. After I've paid all the bills, there's literally about £200 left for the month. Right, gas, 30. I have to be super organised so that I don't get into any debt.
I'll pass that ball here.
Any luxuries are few and far between for this family.
The last time the children and I went on holiday was over 10 years ago.
Raising kids in this part of London is another thing that weighs heavy on Sonia's mind.
In this area, we have problems with drugs, prostitution, gangs. It's not a very good area to bring up your children in. It's something that I worry about all the time. Come and get off me then.
Determined to make a better life for her family, Sonia's studying for an Arts and Humanities course with the Open University.
When I was younger, I wasn't able to read and I didn't really go to school. So I'm really trying to achieve something so that my children can look up to me and say, well, my mum's tried her best considering.
Her kids are everything to Sonia and are what helps to take her mind off her financial worries.
I would like to teach the rich kid that money isn't everything and love, care and attention to your family is so much more. Right, kids, have you finished? Yeah, I'll get on with your homework.
Leaving the rural bliss of her country life behind will be a huge step in the dark for Brooke. While he's keen for his daughter to see another side to life, her dad Richard first wants to make sure that his pink princess can cope with the practicalities of living skint.
Staying with this family,
Yeah.
They're likely just to have the one bathroom.
I know. That's going to be a real struggle because I like my own space and I like my own privacy.
And food, because you can be a bit finicky, can't you?
Obviously, there's lots of things that I don't eat, and you and Mum always cater for me as well and cook me something different, whereas they're not going to be able to do that for me.
Well, yeah. A lot of people will probably live in that type of way. All you've ever had is opportunities.
Yeah.
These people don't always have those sort of opportunities.
No, and I think to have that understanding and to experience how they live, it's just going to be good for me.
I agree. I think it'll be terrific for you. Good luck.
Cheers.
She's certainly going to need it. As the pampered princess gets all her pinks packed, it's clear giving up luxury living won't come easy. Good thing boyfriend Johnny's on hand to keep her in check.
Thought this one might be nice. Little pink fur number.
Do you think all of the coats are really necessary?
Well, it gives you options then, doesn't it? And I think it might be appreciated if I've got a number of outfits.
I think you might need another suitcase.
She's not done yet.
And then I'm going to bring, obviously, got my wash bag.
Her £450 Louis Vuitton wash bag, that is.
Gucci belt. And then I'm thinking I'll bring my Rolex.
That's her £7,000 Rolex.
Just got to find a way to pack it all in now.
Armed with enough designer gear to open a boutique, it's a 125-mile trip from rural Suffolk countryside to the urban jungle that is East London.
It's definitely really busy. So it looks like there's quite a lot of people living next to each other. It does look a bit like a rough area. I'm not, 100% sure I feel completely safe here. And some police cars. 2 police cars. Oh, I'm really nervous now. I'm wondering, what I've put myself up for.
Imagine they're, stuck up and rude and just arrogant and just act like they're better than us.
Who are they to be rude to us? We're polite people, so we won't entertain it for 1 minute. You think that's them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think that might be them there.
Okay, I think we're here. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Brooke.
I'm Sonia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I brought this for you, just as a little gift to say thank you for letting me stay.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's
Let me
all right.
take that.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Through here?
Yes, please.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
This is Brooke. This is my daughter Venus,
Hi.
Troy,
Hi.
Scarlett, and Maximus.
Hi, nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you too.
And where are you from?
So I'm from a little town in Suffolk. I live in the countryside.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it's quite a big change from what I'm used to.
What is the type of area you live in?
Surrounded by fields, so we've got some horses, some chickens, dogs.
Lovely.
It is really lovely. It's really peaceful, really quiet, really nice. I think you'd all like it.
Time to see if the Pink Princess likes the look of a cramped council flat.
This is the girls' bedroom.
And are they happy sharing a room together? Do they
Not really.
No?
Venus doesn't like being on the basement floor. We've had a couple of people come in over the garden.
Oh, my goodness. Is it a bit of a dangerous area around here?
That is an understatement. There's a lot of prostitution, drug dealing, and basically on this road alone, in the last 3 years, I think there's been 2 or 3 shootings.
Oh, my God. I can't even sort of wrap my head around that because where I come from, that's unheard of.
I'm really yearning to take my children out of this environment. It's difficult.
You hear about it on the news and the radio, but when you meet someone who's actually in that situation, it's like, wow, it hits really close to home. And where I'm from, that's not something, it's not something that's heard of. It doesn't happen.
This is my room.
This is a nice sized room.
It's lovely.
So Maximus sleeps in here with you, yeah?
Yes.
Right. But obviously...
It's not ideal.
No. There's a family of 3, me, my mum, my dad, living in an 8-bedroom house, whereas Sonia is a 5 family living in 3 beds. It's quite shocking, really.
How is your house? What do you live in?
So we live in quite a big house. It's got 8 bedrooms. I've got my room and my own bathroom. It gives you that space and that privacy, which obviously I've grown up with all along.
Lovely.
So to not have that is obviously quite a big change and a shock.
And I would like to be able to provide my children with all that, but it's difficult.
Yeah.
It is difficult.
I'm just so sorry to hear that this is your situation because you just don't deserve it.
We're used to this situation. It's not that, but I'm trying to get out of it. Your parents have provided well for you, which is really good, and you're safe, which is lovely, and that's all I would like for my kids. It just brings it home to me how much I really do want to get out of the situation that we're in.
I was quite surprised when Sonia got upset. She just wants to take them away from the life that they're in now, and it is really hard to watch and it is really sad.
The last room is the bathroom, which is just down here.
Does it get a bit difficult having to share this bathroom?
Well, it does, but we've got 2 toilets, so that makes it easier.
Yeah.
One thing the family definitely don't have is a spare room for Brooke.
So where will I be sleeping tonight?
You'll be upstairs on the sofa. Have you ever slept on the sofa before?
Not really, no.
It's a new sofa,
Okay.
so hopefully you'll be comfortable.
It's lunchtime, and with 4 mouths to feed, Sonia's forced to make a little go a long way. But how will fussy eater Brooke cope with a meal that comes in at less than 50p per person?
I've made you a cheese sandwich.
Right, I don't actually like cheese.
Oh, my God.
Is that all right?
Well, to tell you the truth, if you was my kid, you would be eating it, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Sorry,
I'll make you something else.
I'm just a really, really fussy eater. Honestly, just some toast will be absolutely fine.
Okay.
Is that all right?
That's fine.
Thank you. I feel bad now.
Seems Sonia's a little cheesed off. She reckons Brooke needs to realise what a struggle it is to feed her family. And where better to do that than at a local market where Sonia runs a fruit juice stall.
I'm going to take you down to the store.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if you can do better than I do on the store.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And just see how I work.
Oh, I don't
What
think
a
I've ever
street
done
trader.
anything like that before.
Right, well, you're going to find out today.
It's 1 p.m. as they head off to catch some of the lunchtime trade at the market. Together with Brooke's pink designer coat and £2,500 handbag, that is.
I think she'll find going down the market really difficult, like especially in the clothes she's wearing. And people like
People look at her and think like,
what is she wearing?
Yeah. Not
Why?
because she doesn't look smart and stuff, just because that's not what.
Like, why would you walk through Hackney wearing that type of outfit?
Yeah.
Ridley Road Market, where Sonia has her stall, has been a huge part of East London's history and heritage since the 1880s and is lined with over 150 stalls.
It's like fruit, vegetable, fish, and that's it, really. It's not a trendy market like one of these farmers' markets.
I do feel a bit out of place. I feel like I stick out a bit like a sore thumb.
But you're very classy. There's a difference, and people will see that down here.
Right.
Despite never having even had a part-time job, Brooke's going to have to settle in quickly.
This is the store.
Okay.
Sonia's counting on her to drum up some business to help with this month's bills.
3 oranges will make 1 bottle. So just push them through. 1, 2, 3. You're going to sell it for £1.
Okay.
And Bob's your uncle.
No time to practice. Brooke already has her first customer.
Hello, how are you?
Can I have oranges? I'm all right, darling.
You can. That's it.
There you are.
Will I take the £1?
Oh, yeah, you take it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. You might take it.
Thank you.
With business slow, Sonia shows Brooke the East End way of drumming up some trade.
£1 a cup. Come on, lovely. £1 only. You look good on the outside. What about your insides? Come on.
She even has some help from one of the locals.
Natural juice or a pound. Natural juice. Come on. £1 a cup. £1 a cup.
Right, I'm going to go and get some coffee. You're going to serve a couple of customers for me, owe me some money.
I'll try.
Okay, I'll be back.
Being of West African and Sicilian heritage herself, Sonia's hoping this will give Brooke the chance to immerse herself in the market's melting pot of different cultures. So far, though, the Pink Princess is feeling like a fish out of water.
People do seem to be staring. The market is crazy. I've never experienced anything like this ever, really. It's a completely different world to what I'm used to. It's a really intimidating atmosphere, you know. I do feel a bit out of place and like not 100% comfortable either.
I don't think she's seen so many black people in her life. I don't think she's seen so many Pakistanis or Turks or Greeks or Italians or... There's so many people here from different parts of the world. I think that she's really shocked, actually.
Hi.
Can I have an orange juice, please?
Yeah, of course. That's just £1 then, please. Thank you. Lovely, thank you.
It may be just £1 to Brooke, but for Sonia, every penny counts.
Woo! Sold my first orange juice. Very proud of myself. So I think that's a success.
I think she's doing really well.
Can I have an orange juice, please,
Yes,
darling?
of course you can.
I'm so pleased for her and for myself. I've picked a great employee there.
I think Sonia's going to be chuffed.
How was that?
Yeah, it was okay. We sold some juice, made some money.
Okay.
It was definitely quite an experience, but I'm quite proud that I actually managed to do it.
And how about shouting out to get a few more customers?
I didn't do that.
Did you not? So how did you manage to get customers without shouting?
I think they were just drawn to my presence.
Oh, well, that's good enough. I'm so proud of you as well. And thank you very much, because you've made us a few quid, as I can see.
Yep.
I'll be taking that home to buy some bread.
Yes.
Working the stall has shown Brooke how tough things can be for those who don't have parents who pay for everything.
She's here all day working, and then usually she'll make about, I think she told me about £30, £40 a day. It is a lot of work, and, you know, especially if you're out here in the cold, it is quite hard.
It's 3 p.m, and back home, teenager Venus is finding it quite hard to fathom how someone just a few years older than her can afford so much designer gear.
I really like your handbag. Like, when did you get it and stuff like that?
So I got it a couple of years back from Selfridges. I was on a shopping trip with my mum, but I think it was just under 2,000 for that bag.
Okay. I love the watch. Is
Thank
that a
you.
Rolex?
It is, yeah. So my parents got me this for my 21st birthday. Cost probably 7,000.
Okay. If I had £7,000, it would pay my rent for the year, which would leave my mind a little bit more secure.
Running a household with 4 kids is a constant stress for Sonia, with the meagre amount she receives in universal credit.
£1,500 a month for 4 children and myself, and to pay the rent and all the other bills, let alone food or clothes or anything. It's really hard to cover. My biggest concern is the rent, the council tax, the gas, the electric, because obviously I don't want my kids to be homeless.
Do you find that you're left with much money once you've paid all your bills?
We don't have any money left over.
No.
It's now got to the point where we're using the credit card for food.
Right.
So I know that it's a bit unbalanced. Do you know what universal credit is?
Not really, no, I've never...
Okay. Well, it's a credit that is given to people that are living on really low wages.
Okay.
Or not any wages at all. Basically, they give you £50 each for your child to live, to feed them, to keep them warm, to clothe them a week.
Okay.
And I'm not entitled to any money at all. So literally, it's a bit upsetting. I live off the kids' money as well, but like I said, I utilise the money properly, and it is embarrassing.
No, you don't need to be embarrassed at all.
So literally, I'm living off my children's money, or the £20 or £30 that I earn from work. Obviously, it has to go on to my kids, so I feel like I'm not getting anything. Not that I'm worried about that, but everything that I get has to go straight into the domestic side of things. There's no luxury things for us, basically. I'm sorry to say.
It's just so different from what I'm used to. Obviously, my parents have always paid everything without a problem, and they've been able to buy me whatever I want. It's sort of making me realise how different her life is to mine. How do you feel about, you know, your mum doing all this for you? Are you really proud of her for everything she does?
Yeah, I am proud of my mum because I see that she struggles all the time, and it really upsets me. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh.
It just makes me upset. No, it's just annoying because it's like she's always working and she's always trying to make sure we're okay first, and she doesn't even check on herself. You know, when you see someone you love so much and they're just hurting so much, you can't do anything about it. It's really frustrating. That's why I go to college all the time, so I can get a good job.
She's training to be a sports therapist and she's really good with her work. She's so, I mean, she gets distinctions all the time. She's brilliant with her work.
That's really amazing. It's annoying though because I don't have a laptop, so I'm always doing my work on my phone.
I would love to buy Venus her own laptop, but at the moment I can't because obviously finances is bad for us.
When I was at school, my parents would just buy me a laptop to help me, and she can't do that. And I think that just shows, you know, people who do come from my background and have that privilege are already ahead of those who don't or don't have access to, you know, the things that I think are normal and I can just have. I think I take things for granted a lot of the time.
One thing Brooke takes for granted is the special treatment she receives at mealtimes.
My parents, you know, they know and they understand how fussy I am. So when they're cooking, they'll always do me something different.
No such luck in Sonia's house. Tight finances mean she can't afford to cater for fussy eaters. And tonight it's a budget meal for dinner.
I'm going to cook rice and chicken. It's come up to a tenner. A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I'm used to eating meat that's come from a butcher's and I know sort of where it's come from. I know it's free-range chicken. I'm a bit apprehensive about, you know, what's going to be cooked for dinner.
Right, bon appetit, everybody.
Thanks, Mum.
So, can the pampered princess cope without all the posh, organic ingredients she's used to?
How's the food?
It's really nice. It is nice.
Living skint is giving Brooke a whole new perspective on things. One reason her parents were so keen for her to do this experience.
I've been very, very sheltered, and they think, you know, growing up, and going out into the real world, I need to understand that, but also I think it'll benefit me in my nursing career as well.
For my kids, I wanted them to have the experience almost like what your parents wanted for you. I want my children to have that experience, for them to know that there is a different life out there. It just helps so much for them to know that there is a difference to what we have to really experience.
One of Sonia's biggest concerns is what her kids experience growing up in an area with one of the highest crime rates in the country. She's taking Brooke for a walkabout to show her some of the challenges the family face.
Basically, just at the top of the road, we get quite a lot of the working girls.
Right.
But they also do work in my area down there as well.
Really?
Yeah, which is really scary because we've got the bedroom there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, we've had quite a few shootings in the area.
Does it scare you?
It's come to the point where I'm used to it.
But does it make you feel a bit unsafe where you live?
Yeah. You hear the police going past.
Yeah, you just see them up there.
That's like, everything's so normal. It's all so normal to the kids. I don't want them to have that as a normal, though.
Luckily, Troy and Maximus do get some respite from the troubles when they visit their dad near the coast in Norwich.
I think if I, you know, were alone walking around here, I would feel really unsafe. I don't know how you manage, really.
I get you what you mean, because I've lived here for most of my life, and for the first time when I went to my dad's house, like this, so say this is the beak, his house is like right here. It just felt safe.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's why Mummy wants to move you out of London. For me, especially as a mother, I want the peace of mind that if the kids do want to go outside to play, they're going to be safe.
It makes me so grateful for what I have and make me appreciate where I live and where I come from. And it makes me really empathise for Sonia that she has to live like this every day.
A high crime rate is a million miles from the tranquility of Brooke's life in the Suffolk countryside. Back home, teenagers Venus and Scarlett are keen to hear more about it.
So what do you go out to like in your spare time? So this is a bit of a strange one. So I compete in pageants.
Really?
What's so like
The beauty pageant type of stuff?
Yeah. So I competed in Miss Universe Great Britain, Miss England. It's nice to just dress up in your nice dresses and feel a bit like a princess.
Have you got any photos of your shows or anything, pageants?
That's so nice.
You look really pretty.
Oh, thank you.
That looks so nice. Was that the Miss...
So that was Miss Great Britain.
So how much would have your red dress been?
That one was about £800.
Do your parents pay for, like, all your pageants?
Yeah, so my mum quite often will come with me and help me pick out a dress. And, yeah, she does pay for them.
I think it's a crazy world she lives in. If you want to do a new hobby or you want to do a new sport, you're able to do it without worrying, oh, will I have enough money to do that hobby, or will I be able to buy that dress? Like,
how you, like, do football, you know, sometimes you got to pay to go.
Yeah, like shin pads and stuff. A bit is expensive if you don't have the money.
Another privilege Brooke enjoys back home is her own big bedroom with an ensuite.
All right, good night. Have a nice sleep.
And you.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.
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 But tonight, the Pink Princess will be slumming it.
Never slept on a sofa before, really, so this is a first for me. It does feel like quite comfy. I mean, I've not slept in a sleeping bag before either, so it's a first. I'm obviously nervous because of the area, you know, about what could happen. I'm sure it'll be completely fine, but that's just me being paranoid.
It's 8 a.m. and a slow start to Brooke's second day living skint after what sounds like a rather restless night.
The man in the flat above was really noisy all night. I don't know what he was doing, but he wouldn't, like, stop making noise. But other than that, it wasn't too bad, really, for, like, a first-time sofa server.
Lucky for Brooke, Sonia's already been up for an hour and is treating her guest to a full English.
How's your breakfast?
It's good, thank you. I do love toast.
Yeah,
and
you
bacon
like
as
bacon?
well. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
On top of juggling her studies, a job and raising 4 kids, Sonia also takes care of all the DIY. Not surprisingly, she's eager to make use of an extra pair of hands today.
I can't afford to have a handyman in the house, so I do everything myself in the house, including the floors, everything I've done here. So there's one shelf that needs to be put up, and I would like your help.
OK.
It's so nice to have someone in the house to help.
Well, I'll try my best. I've never put up a shelf before. I wouldn't know where to start. If I've ever got something I need doing, I'll just ask my dad. Hopefully I'll make him proud.
You'll make him proud today when he sees you put the shelf up. He'll be like, my daughter knows how to put a shelf up.
Exactly. It's a good life
Which is really
skill to
good.
have,
So he'll be happy when you leave home.
Yeah, definitely.
Has everybody finished?
Yes.
Yep. So let's clear the tables.
The shelf Sonia wants help with is for Troy and Maximus to use in their bedroom.
You're just going to go straight in the hole.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
Hold it. Once you can feel it on the wall, then just push and press at the same time.
Oh, my God.
But
Right.
make sure you got
What
it
do I
in.
press to make
Right.
it go?
The blue one now. So
There's 2
turn it round like this. Get it in the hole.
OK.
Right.
Right.
Right, it's in the hole. You can feel it's on the
Yeah.
wall, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness, that was really hard work.
How do you feel? You just done the first bit of DIY.
I don't know. I don't feel like I should be trusted with one of these at all.
Come on, Brooke, you're not even halfway done.
We'll give it a little bang. We're going to screw it in there.
Look at me go.
That's it.
This is bad because now my mum and dad is going to ask me to do this at home.
You're a professional now.
Exactly.
20 minutes later, Brooke has a new skill to take back home with her.
I'm really impressed with myself.
Well, now you know what you're doing as well. That's the main thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, because there will come the day when you have to do things for yourself. I'm proud to say that I've been able to teach her something, and hopefully she'll be able to go home and make it a little bit easier on her mum and dad now. Maybe help them out.
Thanks for putting up my shelf.
You're welcome. Look at that. I did that. I'm really proud of myself, actually, considering I've never held a drill in my life. I think as long as it's still there by the time I leave, I'll have done a good job.
If Brooke thought her chores were done for the day, she's sadly mistaken. Shocked that her parents always foot the bill for everything, Sonia now has another task to teach Brooke to be a little more frugal.
So how much would you spend on a meal out in a restaurant?
Depending where you eat, maybe £50 to £60 per person, and you will usually get like a 3-course meal, so it is quite expensive when we go out for dinner.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to give you a challenge, and I'm going to give you £8.
Right.
And you're going to be cooking for 6 people.
Right.
And I'm expecting to have a really nice meal tonight.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Well, let's go.
All right.
£8 in the kitty for dinner works out at just £1.30 per person. As it's a corner shop rather than a supermarket chain, spendthrift Brooke's going to have to shop wisely.
Usually my dad will go and do like the weekly shop, and I don't even know how much that costs, probably over £100 or something just for 3 of us, so this is quite a challenge.
Seems Brooke already has a plan in mind.
So I'm thinking maybe I'll do something to do with pasta, because pasta's cheap, pasta's easy. And I think, I mean, who doesn't like pasta, really?
She's where the pasta is. That is a really cheap meal. It is easy to cook, actually.
Yeah, this pasta is 89p for 500 grams, so that seems like good value. Is this enough for 6, do you think? I've never done this before. I think maybe if I make extra, then they're gonna have leftovers, and it'll be so delicious they can eat it tomorrow.
That's the base of her dish sorted, so what's she going to put with it?
I'm thinking we'll get a sauce. I'm not quite sure what sauce. People like a bolognese. Oh no, that involves mint. And I bet meat is quite expensive. Maybe we'll just like have a tomato saucy pasta. That'll be nice. That's quite expensive. We won't get that one. Oh, this is really hard.
Try doing it every day like Sonia has to.
Pesto is quite cheap, and it, like, a little bit goes quite a long way. I just hope the kids like pesto.
Sounds like she should check with Sonia first.
The only person that's going to eat that is Venus. No one else likes it in the house.
A pesto pasta is what we're doing.
Oh dear. Perhaps adding some meat to the dish will help win the kids over.
Here we go, look. Some bacon is £1.99. So we could put some... Oh, look, this one's already chopped. We'll just go with the chopped one, because then that saves me the work of having to chop it up. And it's cheaper. That's a bargain. Right, yeah, I'm basically already almost at my budget.
With an extra side salad thrown in, time to see if Brooke stuck to her £8 limit.
£6.85.
Did it. Thank you. So I managed to do it. It was under £8. I got all the ingredients to make a pesto pasta.
OK, well, I don't think they're going to have the pesto.
Oh, God.
But the pasta is good.
OK.
And the rocket salad's great.
Yeah, and I got some bacon as well, like chopped up bacon.
OK, well, I'm sure Venus will like that.
OK.
OK.
Seems Brooke's going to need a plan B.
We've got some stuff at home, so I'll come to the rescue.
Thank you.
She's come out with pasta and pesto sauce, which is not really children's food, as far as I'm concerned. I think the kids are just going to raise their eyebrows and look at me as if to say, what are we going to be eating, Mum?
I thought I'd done really well, but no, apparently I got almost everything wrong. I probably should have asked what her kids like. Being like a fussy eater myself, I can kind of see how annoying it is when you like get food for someone and they don't like it.
Luckily for Brooke, Sonia saved the day with some supplies from her kitchen cupboard.
Have you got everything you need?
Yes, I think so.
OK, well, I'm going to have my cup of tea and put my feet up.
All right, OK.
Thank you.
Sonia has provided me with some pasta that the kids will eat and a sauce that the children would prefer over the pesto as well. I just have to cook it now.
Well, that's if she can turn the cooker on.
Is that... Oh, done it. Genius.
At least cooking the spaghetti will be the easy part.
Made a mess. Oh, no. That's a really great... Wait, which one is it? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a disaster.
Somehow, the kitchen-shy student manages to pull things back from the brink.
Okay. Oh!
And half an hour later, grub's up.
I honestly think my meal looks delicious.
Let's hope the family think the same.
So, For you is a tomato pasta because your mum...
Spaghettios.
Yeah, because your mum told me that you weren't a fan of pesto. And it's the same for you, Troy.
Thank you.
And for Scarlett.
Thank you.
And then here we have...
Thank you.
For you, Venus.
Thank you.
That's all right, no worries.
It's very nice.
Thank you. Thanks.
How do you think you got on with your shopping challenge?
I did manage it in the end with some help from you. And yeah, it was challenging, but I'm glad I sort of managed to get something together for everyone.
This one actually generally tastes good.
Okay, good.
That's really nice because usually if I cook pasta like that, they don't want it. And they definitely don't tell me it tastes good.
Maybe he's just saying that to be nice. Cooking on a budget for this many people is obviously something I've never had to do before. You know, my dad will go out and do the weekly shop, and, you know, I don't really know how much that costs. So, yeah, this was definitely quite a challenge for me, but I'm glad that everyone's enjoying it.
Well, the plates are full and everybody's eating, so you've done good. Well done, thank you.
Living skint has certainly taken country girl Brooke way out of her comfort zone. But with a successful dinner under her belt...
Maximus, take those plates out.
It's almost time to return home with all that Sonia's taught her.
You're just a remarkable woman for doing all of this on your own. You know, you're raising 4 beautiful, wonderful children.
Thank you.
Who are all so wonderful and have been so kind and friendly to me. You're a DIY woman, you're a chef, you're a taxi driver, you're a businesswoman, you're in education doing your degree. I think it's absolutely amazing, and I take my hat off to you because I just don't know how you do it.
You don't
Thank you very much.
Before Brooke leaves, she has a surprise to say thank you to the family.
You all work so hard, and you're just a really amazing family. So what I've got here is a laptop. I remember it came up in conversation. So nice. And I know how much it's going to benefit all of you, but, you know, especially Venus, with all your schoolwork. Now, you know, you're going to have one of your own to use. And I really hope, you know, you carry on working hard because it's so amazing to see.
That's so nice.
Don't want to cry.
Having the laptop is going to help me so much because I'm going to be able to get my work done on time. I won't have to use my phone straining my eyes. It gave me more motivation to do my studies.
We made your card.
Thank you so much. No, it's lovely. To Brooke, thank you for being so kind. And although you came to our home, you've been so lovely and welcomed us into your heart. I'm so thankful you've come into our lives. Miss you already. It's just so sweet. It makes me emotional.
It's been a pleasure having you here, and you're more than welcome to come back any time.
Definitely.
It was lovely having you, Brooke.
Thank you so much for having me, and you know, I feel like I've made friends for life in all of you. I'm going to miss
lovely.
you so much.
We'll miss you too.
All right, I'll see you
Have a
soon.
safe journey home.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Brooke has really adjusted well, considering where she comes from in the countryside. She showed us that she cared, which was really nice. And we hope that she comes to visit us again.
This whole thing definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, and, you know, I hope I can take something away from them, you know, spending my money more wisely and, you know, maybe putting together a budget plan so I don't spend so much money. But yeah, overall, it has been a really great experience.
More brand new rich kids used to living the high life.
I would say I'm privileged.
I'm a bit of a princess.
I look like a bad bitch in these.
Every day's a catwalk.
They're about to take a giant leap out of their comfort zone.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a parallel universe.
It does look a bit rough.
They'll stay with typical British families living on the breadline.
Look at the car. It looks like it's cost a lot of money. I really do want to get out of the situation.
Literally, I get paid, and the next day I have no money.
They'll learn what life is like.
I thought it was going to be easy and a breeze. It wasn't.
For those struggling to get by.
I did 6.5 months eating out of bins.
And the sacrifices they make.
She's always trying to make sure we're okay, and she doesn't even check on herself.
Will the cash-strapped families change their views?
I see a lot of good things about you.
And will the rich kids learn?
It's Chanel.
I've never even heard of Chanel.
There could be more to life.
I just can't believe people live like this.
Than money.
Nobody needs money to have a good time. It's just who you're with.
I'm just an emotional wreck.
When rich kids go skint.
I spend over £1,000 on shoes a month.
Rich kid Jess is the daughter of a retail and property millionaire.
When I was growing up, I wanted for nothing. My parents did everything for me.
At 24, she still lives rent-free at the family's £1 million mansion outside Liverpool.
I could get my own place, but here I have so much space. My mum does my washing, we have a cleaner, and I just love being with my family.
Her parents' generosity also stretched to a £32,000 runaround.
For my 21st birthday, my parents gave me a brand new Range Rover Evoque.
After dropping out of college, Jess got a job as a beautician, but within months she got a chance to establish her own salon.
I set the business up with only a few £100s, and it's turned out very successful. It's important to me that I work really hard. Even though my parents are wealthy, I want to be just as successful as them.
And it's just as well, because she also works hard at spending money.
I love shopping. Shoes are my thing. Christian Louboutin, Jimmy Choo, Alexander McQueen and Valentino. These are the first pair of designer shoes I ever bought. I always wanted a pair of Christian Louboutins because of the red sole, and you always see celebrities wear them. They cost me £595. These are YSL. These cost about £700.
£700? You could buy a car for that. Not Jess's car, obviously.
This is my Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. This probably cost around £1,000. I very rarely use it. I even forgot I had it.
But will she miss her luxury lifestyle when she goes skint?
I'd be worried about sleeping on a couch, unhealthy food and tap water. You know the rim, and it's like black. Ugh.
Picky drinker Jess has a point to prove.
I want to prove to the family just because I have money doesn't mean I'm a spoiled brat.
So will this beauty queen get her tresses in a twist, staying with the Yoloye family? 40-year-old Gemma, her husband Yinka, and their 2-year-old son Matthew.
High five. Yeah. I currently work full-time as a customer service associate for a very well-known bank.
Maths graduate Yinka has been out of work for 2 years. He's found that getting a job interview is only the first obstacle.
I applied for, what was it, air traffic control or something like that. And they invited me to the interview in Fareham. And I can't afford to get to Fareham, so there was an end to that.
Yinka grew up in Nigeria, where he was used to a high standard of living.
I think there was a maid and a driver at one stage. And then my dad died in a road traffic accident, and he was a breadwinner, so the standard of living declined.
They were married 5 years ago and set their hearts on starting their own family.
We ended up having 4 miscarriages, and then we had a stillbirth. When they did the scan, and they said there was no heartbeat. Sorry. Yeah. And they said there was no heartbeat. I remember just thinking, wow, this sucks. This really does suck.
But their pain didn't end there.
We had to find the finances to bury her. I didn't realise it was costly.
The debt repayments for their daughter's funeral, as well as £10,000 on other loans and credit cards, mean that Gemma's salary barely covers their monthly expenses.
The money coming in is £1,542. So what does that leave us to spend with?
It's £18, babe.
£18?
Yeah.
As a single-income family, they can only afford a cramped 2-bedroom council flat.
There is very little privacy in what is a very small space.
Someone that's, lived a lavish lifestyle where it's probably a massive, massive house, that's going to be very strange for them.
So what would they like to teach the rich kid?
As bad as our situation is, there are always other people out there who are worse than me. There are people that sleep on the street. I do think the world would be such a better place if everybody would just turn around and help each other. So I'm hoping that I can show them that.
Isn't that nice?
No, I think them shoes are too big for you.
In their country house near Liverpool, Mum Diane, who is an assistant head of year, just wants Jess to learn a thing or two.
Maybe you could learn to use the iron, you know, help around the house a little bit more, appreciate that I do absolutely everything for you. Because these are things, these are life skills that you're going to have to do eventually when you fly the nest, whenever that may be.
I'm not moving out.
No, she's not going to move out. I don't think she's ever going to. But you're going to have to learn these skills. I'm extremely excited to see how Jess is going to get on. She will have an absolute shock, and just hopeful that it will make her realise how lucky she is. Just promise me one thing, Jessica, you're not going to turn up in your high Louboutins, are you?
No, I'm taking my Gucci trainers.
Oh, right, OK.
Well, liverbird Jess is preparing to fly the nest. How will she cope without her mum?
Usually my mum would help me pack, but I'm going to do it on my own.
She's starting with the essentials, like her £615 Gucci trainers.
I wish I could take my 2 dogs with me, but I'm taking this cushion as a home comfort. It's got my 2 little dogs on the front of it.
Fair enough. I don't think she'd fit her actual dogs in there. 100 miles away in Birmingham, the Yorloyes have questions for the rich kid.
I'd like to know if they have any hopes and dreams, actually. When I was in primary school and secondary school, teachers would ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be rich.
I'm already rich.
To inherit my daddy's money.
Stop it. Stop it.
I don't know.
I get my dry humour.
Well, we'll find out. We'll rub them up the wrong way and see what happens.
The UK's second city is giving Jess a frosty reception.
We're in Birmingham and it's a big city. It's very different to where I'm from. There's lots of houses close together. I'm used to quiet countryside.
We're trying to spot someone who is
rich. Spot the rich people.
Rich.
No, they'll stand out in this neighbourhood.
Will they spot Jess's £700 designer puffer?
I think they live in this block of flats. It looks very bleak. I hope there's not a lot of people living in one tiny space. I'm really nervous now.
Her parents' country mansion is a far cry from this city centre council block. It might be chilly outside, but will the Yorloyes give her a warm welcome?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jess. So lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Gemma.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jess. Nice to meet you.
Jess, hi.
So this is my husband, Yinka. I can't believe I'm doing that, but that's my husband. This is my son, Matthew.
Hi.
You want to sit down?
Oh, thank you.
I'll take those.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Jess, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 24.
OK, and where are you from?
Just outside of Liverpool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I could have probably guessed that.
I know, yeah. And how, have you lived there all your life?
Yeah,
or?
I've always lived there, yeah.
OK, and what's that like?
Very different to here.
OK.
So I live kind of in the countryside.
Okay.
It's quite quiet.
OK.
Have you ever been in a block of flats before? Or?
I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah,
Oh, OK.
It was at a party.
Oh, OK.
I think they're such a lovely family and they're so welcoming.
She might think differently in a minute after Gemma's interrogation.
So what do your parents do?
My dad's a property developer and he also owns a DIY shop.
OK, that's good. So what are you doing now with yourself? Are you in college or...?
I own a salon. I'm self-employed.
Oh, nice.
Well done, you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, no, that's really good. So in terms of, like, where you live, like, what sort of property, what type of property is
So
it?
we live in a 5-bedroomed house with a swimming pool.
Phew! Gemma needs to sit down after hearing about the swimming pool.
Proper gentleman.
You have a garden?
Yeah, so our garden's quite big, but at the sides of it, there's like a building attached to our house and that's got a swimming pool in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever move out yet because I love being with them as much. They'd be surprised that I said that, but I do love being with them.
So she loves her home, but what will she think of the Yorloyes? Their flat isn't much bigger than Jess's swimming pool, so this won't take long.
Oh, so this is their room. Oh, the little boy sleeps with them, that's sweet. My room is so much bigger than in here. And I've got big wardrobes for all my stuff, so it's quite neat and tidy, but they haven't got that. And there's wallpaper peeling off the wall. This is completely an utter different world to where I live. I just can't believe people live like this.
Gemma's also realising they come from very different worlds.
She doesn't have the responsibilities that, you know, we have in here. Whatever she gets, that's kind of hers. Whereas for us, it's like the money that comes in, okay, so rent's paid, council tax paid. She doesn't have to worry about that.
Oh my God. There's just stuff everywhere. If I was coming to live here, I'd get rid of everything, sell it, start again.
And I think what I really, really like is the fact that she's got her own business.
Yeah.
So she's clearly highly motivated.
Yeah.
I did have that misconception of
like a
mommy and daddy's mom.
Right,
You know, mommy and daddy's
Bank of mom and dad, yeah.
There's not much space for this stuff at all. It's quite cramped. I immediately feel so grateful for the things I have and where I live compared to here. Toilet's tiny, needs a bit of TLC. I feel so sorry for them that they have to live here. If my dad said to me, "You've got to come and live here now," I think I'd cry.
She's only just arrived. How will she get through the rest of her trip?
Bless you. So...
How did you find that then?
It's a lot smaller than where I live. But do you know what? It's so warm in here. It makes it really cosy.
What kind of stood out for you?
Your shower room is very small, isn't it? It's
How
tiny.
big is the shower room where you live?
So we have 5 bathrooms.
Awkward. Time to change the subject.
I like the coat.
Thank you.
Where's it from?
It's a Montclair coat. It was around £700.
£700 is a lot for a coat. I'm trying to be polite about it.
Once I've been able to have that much money to spend on a coat, I just thought, I can treat myself. So if I asked my dad for that, he'd literally laugh at me.
Really?
Yeah. So I just don't tell him how much I spend.
So does he know that £700?
No.
Well, he does now, but anyway.
So what's the most expensive clothing that you've bought?
I bought a pair of high heel shoes and they were £720.
Okay.
Okay. And what about jewellery? Because I love my jewellery.
I have a Rolex.
How much is the Rolex?
I think that was just under £3,000.
You just walked into a stereotype there, didn't you?
She's said that she owns her own business. You have that misconception that children nowadays do not have that kind of ambition. And to hear that from her, I'm sort of like, yes. I'm really looking forward to getting to know her some more.
So how do you manage to get by? What are your finances like?
So in terms of the household income, it's about £1,542. So after I've spent on rent, council tax, debts that are outstanding, electric, water, TV licence, food, nappies, and I'm left with £18. That's my...
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I'm left with.
I'm so shocked that she only has £18 left at the end of the month. There's no room for luxuries, treats, and I just feel so sorry for her. I just wouldn't think about £18 being significant. I'd spend that in 3 minutes on lunch.
At the moment, I'm fortunate to be working full-time.
Oh, that's good.
Hobby at the moment.
Yeah, unemployed. You know, I want to provide for my family and all that stuff, and I'm not doing it. So that part's a bit depressing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
When Yinka said he'd been unemployed, I can imagine that puts a real strain on their relationship, financially and together. I think that's so hard.
Gemma is cooking up a budget lunch inspired by her Caribbean heritage.
So, Jess, that's for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So the fish is just, it's salmon with some chilli sauce. And then this is like my favourite treat. It's the Johnny cake, which is just self-raising flour, water, bit of salt, and then we fry it.
Oh,
and
wow.
That's it. So what do you think of the food so far? Is it all right?
Lovely, thank you.
So I would say that this food here probably cost about £2.20 at the top end.
And that's for all 4 of them. For Jess, that would be her morning coffee.
The salmon part is the most expensive part on this plate.
Yeah.
When we have guests coming over, it's like, let's push the boat out a little bit.
I'm so grateful and so lucky that I don't really have to give money a thought. That must be constant in their minds over and over, just money all the time.
Is there anything that I should be aware about that, you know, you just won't go near, whether that's food or whether that's drink?
I'm not a fan of water out of the tap.
Water out of the tap?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You know why I'm laughing?
Council pop.
I call it council pop. So if someone says, I'd like a glass of wine or something, I says, I've got council champagne.
Council champagne? The water that come out of your tap, is it fizzy? What's going on?
Well, if you shake it, you get like little bubbles.
I think that council champagne has gone straight to her head. Much to Jess's relief, Gemma's taking them out of the tiny flat to run a couple of errands nearby.
The place we're going to it's like a homeless shelter.
Okay.
No matter how little I have, there is someone that's always got less than I have, so whatever I can give, I will give.
That sounds good.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Gemma.
There are over 16,000 homeless people in the West Midlands. Gemma makes it a regular habit to engage with people living on the street or in shelters like this one.
Every day on Monday to Friday when I'm on my way to work, that's something that I will do, whether it's to stop and say hello or, you know, do you want a cup of tea, coffee, whatever. And I do apologise, it's not a lot, but I've got some soup from my cupboard. And then I do what we call Johnny cakes. You can warm up the soup and then kind of dip the Johnny cake in the soup. I'm so sorry it's not a lot.
It's all right, don't worry about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. No problem.
So how long have you guys been living here?
I've been around here now for about 6-7 months.
Okay.
Kept me out of prison, to be fair.
4 weeks myself.
4 weeks.
Yeah. Since March.
Since March?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Gemma was 19, she relied on supported housing, so she knows how important it is for those in need.
So I've kind of come from a similar sort of background, so I get it. The one thing that I learned was never to forget where I've come from and the struggles that I've had.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not by any means rich like I'd want to be, but to me it's important to make sure that you still help everybody.
We appreciate it all the same, whether it's a little bit or a lot, you know. We're all
counts.
Thank you.
We still appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gemma's so close to living on the breadline, but she's so inspirational in the fact that she goes back to help people. She's so nice and so kind-hearted to do something like that. I definitely need to take a leaf out of her book.
At the moment, Jess and myself are kind of taking part in an exchange and kind of hoping that I can show Jess the lifestyle that I have.
I've come from a privileged background and I've never been in your position before, but I think we've learned, in a short amount of time, we've learned a lot from each other already.
You yourself, do you come from like a rich family?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you mean by privileged.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some people have got it, ain't they? And some people ain't, you know.
I think for me, it's important to show that we are still the same.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the circumstances that make us different.
You might have a big pile of cash and a big fancy house, but when it comes back down to it, we're all the same.
We're all the same.
That's exactly it.
Well, that's the way I feel.
Guys, thank you for allowing us to come into your home, because this is your home.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you for allowing us. Well, I hope you guys, you know, whatever it is that you're planning to do in your life, that you know, you get there, that things will get better for you.
Yeah.
I really do hope so. Thank you again.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
For Jess, who spends nearly all of her earnings on herself, this has been an eye-opening experience.
So how did you find that?
So interesting. I think it's so nice that you do that. I definitely need to do something like that to contribute to society.
Even if you don't have the money or even if you don't have the food, just to stop and say hello and sit down and have a conversation with them, to me, that's important.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a leaf out of your book and even just acknowledge them, say hello, and in the supermarket, give to a food bank and just things like that. I think it's small things that make the biggest difference.
Absolutely. It's baby steps. It's not going to be something that's cured in a day or, do you know what I mean? But small steps. I think if everyone makes that little change, then hopefully we can progress to something, you know,
Yeah,
better.
definitely. I'd like to think so.
Next stop is a local charity shop. Unlike Jess, Gemma can barely afford high street brands, let alone luxury ones.
I'm hoping to find a purse because I need a new purse and hopefully a dress as well. So this is a shop right here. Here we are.
Jess's outfit today cost her £2,500, which would buy the contents of that rail in front of her 80 times over.
Anything that's kind of taken your fancy?
I think that's a no.
I think you can find like really good clothing at really, really cheap price, and you're getting to recycle. I think that's another aspect that people don't look at. But this, I am loving. I am loving this up here.
It's very jazzy.
It is.
Gemma also wants to show Jess that charity shops aren't just about finding bargains.
It's not just sort of like the cheap bargain, it's like you kind of get to donate to whatever charity they support in, as well as get an item, and you're kind of saving the environment as well. So to me, shopping in a charity store is important.
Okay. I didn't think of it being a really good way to recycle clothes, so she buys them to help save the environment, and I've never thought of it that way before.
So how much is your shoe collection worth?
I know I've got, in my Christian Louboutin collection, I've got over £2,000 worth.
How many pairs of shoes is that in total?
About 4 or 5.
Okay, okay. So can you see any Christian, is it Louboutin? I don't, yeah. Do you see any in here?
I don't think so, no.
It was worth a look.
So for people that, you know, are struggling financially, it is such a lifeline, especially when it comes to winter times as well.
Yeah.
It can actually buy the stuff that they need.
It's affordable all year round.
Absolutely, exactly, exactly. I took Jess to the charity shop because I think it's a good way to show how you can kind of contribute to the community with the money that you spend in there, but as well as that, you can kind of get a nice high fashion item.
Like this piece from the winter collection. So hot right now.
And not only that, you are kind of adding to recycling stuff, so it's beneficial to the environment and it's beneficial to the people within the community as well. And then as a treat for myself, I'm going to get that dress.
Why not?
Although big spender Jess didn't find anything to suit her tastes, Gemma found everything she wanted for under a tenner. On their way home, Gemma's picking up an ingredient for dinner.
I want to pick up some plantain.
Okay.
That's for dinner tonight. And what I love about coming here is the community spirit that he has, because I can kind of talk to him and negotiate a good price with him, which I'm sure you don't have to do.
No.
Who does the shopping at yours?
My mum mostly, yeah.
Okay, so does your mum have to bargain or haggle at all?
No, I don't even think my mum looks at the prices anymore.
I wish I could do that, but at the moment, no, that's something that I have to kind of haggle and bargain, and that's why I come here, because I can get to do that, so yeah.
Hello, darling, you all right?
You all right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so I just want to get these two. How much is that going to be?
It's £1.20.
Can I get it for £1?
Jess has never had to haggle over 20p.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice one.
No
Thank
problem,
you.
darling.
Thank you.
See ya. Okay then. Okay then, bye.
With their final ingredient in hand, it's time to head home to the boys.
You okay?
Right, so I've done the plantain that we bought from the shop. That's nicely fried, and it's some rice and peas.
Gemma doesn't just shop for one-off discounts. She also budgets for the long term.
What I tend to do is I buy in bulk to save up on pennies. It's a little bit cheaper than buying in the smaller sizes, and it lasts longer. So I'll give you an example.
Wow.
So that's one item that will last for like months and months on end.
Okay.
So, and that, I think this was about £15, £16, I think.
That's not bad, is it?
So some people might
Not bad, considering that would be one night's takeaway for Jess.
So if you were going to eat out, what's an expensive meal for you?
So when I eat out, like with my friends or anything like that, I can spend up to £100.
Wow.
I know.
Do you cook?
I can cook.
Okay.
I just choose not to.
Okay. What can you cook?
I can cook stir fry.
Okay.
I can make katsu curry.
Okay.
I can cook pasta.
Okay. I might have to ask if you can cook for us at some point. That'll be nice.
Hope I don't give you food poisoning.
At least dinner is safe in Gemma's hands.
For what we're about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 That's it.
Amen.
And
Good boy.
thank you.
Good job. So how did you find the plantain?
I like it, yeah.
Yeah?
Did you go to uni?
I did. I've done media and communication, specialising in radio at uni.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did that when I was in my 30s. I'm kind of hoping that I can set up a radio station that other talent that I've come across in Birmingham can kind of come into that place and actually use the facilities. Because I've seen so much talent that's just kind of going to waste, so I'm kind of hoping to set up a business that can utilise that.
It's been a long day in the city, and country girl Jess is ready to hit the hay.
I'm just worried that I'm not going to sleep because it's an unusual environment. And that I can't get this out.
Where's Mum when you need her?
Meeting Jess, it's been really good, actually. I've really enjoyed her company. She seems like a really down-to-earth type of person.
Except when it comes to beds.
So, I've never slept on a sofa. I've never really slept in a sleeping bag before. I'm in a big city that I've never really been to before either. I'm nervous that I'm not going to sleep tonight, and that will affect my day tomorrow.
Maybe a call with Mum will make her feel more at home.
Hi, okay.
How are you? You're okay?
Yeah, it's very different.
So what about sleeping?
So I'm sleeping on the sofa.
Okay.
The couch is only thin, so I think I'm going to fall off when I roll over.
You probably will fall off, though.
I know.
So what's been the hardest thing that you've done so far?
Probably seeing how they live and where they live. It's very small and I have to stay here, and it's just so different to what I'm used to, isn't it? I really do appreciate our house more than ever.
Good. I'm glad you do, and I'm glad the experience has, it's opened your eyes a little bit, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't even been here a day yet, and I already know how lucky I am.
I'm glad you're all right, though.
Yeah, I'm fine. I love you, Mum. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, then. Take care, lovely.
Okay, lovely.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
It's morning, but Jess is still dreaming of a comfy bed.
Sleeping on a sofa was hard. There was another baby crying in another flat somewhere, and I'm completely not used to that, hearing other people's goings-on in their own homes. So I've only been here one day. They've lived here for like 18 years. I just don't think I'd be able to live in such a small space. I'd find it really hard.
Gemma's keen to find out how her loaded lodger's night was.
So how was your first night sleeping on the sofa?
It was fine. I didn't go to sleep till 2:30 though, because I was worried that I was going to fall off.
I've noticed it's early morning, but you've got a lot of makeup on your face. So is that something you do all the time?
Yeah, it's just routine for me. I just get up, get ready, and then I'm ready for the day then.
Okay, and do you spend a lot on makeup?
Some of it's high street, some of it's a big brand, but I like to mix it up. I use a bit of Chanel.
What stuff do you use from Chanel? And how much does it cost?
I use a bronzer, and that's about £50 maybe.
Okay.
That's what Gemma pays for rice for a year.
So usually on a Sunday, I like to kind of do some household chores just to make sure the house is kept clean. Do you do any household chores at all?
So we have a cleaner that comes once a week, and she does like all the main things because my mum works full time, so does my dad.
Okay. So who does the laundry?
My mum does it all, really.
Okay, so how are you with the washing machine? Have you ever used one before?
Not really, no.
No. Okay. I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of laundry in our place. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah? All right, let's get to it.
Gemma's washing machine is nearly as old as Jess, and she's showing her age.
I call the washing machine Betsy. So we're just going to pray that Betsy will actually turn on for us.
Okay.
It's quite temperamental, but at the moment there just isn't enough spare cash to kind of buy a new washing machine, so...
So when your washing machine doesn't work, what do you normally do?
Option one would be to go to a laundrette, but obviously that's more money to spend on that. So then it's a case of I'll take the clothes to the bathroom and I'll wash them by hand. So, yeah. And then press start. Come on.
Who knew the laundry could be so nail-biting?
She's working.
You know the meter by the door? I noticed it's got credit. Do you prepay?
I do. Everything in here is metered, so the gas is metered, the electric is metered, and the heating is metered. If you don't put enough money in and it runs out, the electric just switches off.
Oh, my God.
It cuts you off completely, so you're kind of in darkness. And I'm guessing you guys don't have to pay your electric and stuff up front?
I don't think so, no. My mum and dad do all that.
Okay, do you ever see how much the bills are?
No, I don't have a clue about things like that.
That must be nice. That must be nice.
The laundry isn't the only chore today.
There's no dishwasher here.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask if you can wash the dishes for me.
Yeah, of course.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. So you can go and put your feet up.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
okay. Least I can do.
It's time for Jess to roll up her designer sleeves and sacrifice her nail extensions to do the dishes.
Am I the worst person you've ever seen wash dishes?
If the water's metered, that running tap is money down the drain.
Okay, I'm done now, Gemma.
With the housework done, there's time for them to don their warmest clothes and hit the slopes.
The park's very close, which is good for the boy.
Yeah.
Yes, we live in a block of flats.
Yeah.
But then we have all this ample space.
Look at the snow, look. Has Matthew seen snow before?
He's seen it before, but it's not settled.
Yeah.
This is new for him. How are your ankles doing? They okay?
I feel like my toes are about to fall off.
Oh, my God.
Her Alexander McQueen trainers might cost £390, but that doesn't mean they're warm.
So can you tell me a little bit more about the depth that you're in?
One of them was, unfortunately, we had a loss. So we were pregnant with our little baby girl.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. And we lost her at 24 weeks. She was born stillborn. And it was at a time when you had to pay for all the funeral costs. We did have help from family members, but we still had to take on the debt to kind of cover for that cost.
When Gemma told me about why she's in so much debt, about her daughter passing away and having to pay for a funeral, I just think that's absolutely heartbreaking. You wouldn't ever imagine why someone was in debt having to pay for a funeral. That must have been so hard, and then having to go through trying to plan a funeral and taking a loan out, that must have made matters 10 times worse.
It was difficult, it was hard. I'm glad my husband and I, we had each other. I would say the first stage of loss was kind of me going through a lot of emotional turmoil, and my husband was my rock. And then when I got my strength back, I was his rock, so...
You can get through anything when you've got each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see of your way getting out of this anytime soon?
Absolutely. I'm one of those people that I don't believe in giving up. So, you know, I'm constantly trying to hustle and work hard, and so too is hubby. And we'll get there eventually, I think.
Yeah. So everything you've told me and everything you've been through and things that you do to help others, I find you very, very inspirational.
Oh, bless you.
And I
Thank
hope
you.
that you get to a more financial, stable situation soon.
That means a lot to me, so thank you. Let's go back inside and get warm.
I'm so glad you said that.
But not for long, because the family need to eat tonight. And Gemma's got a challenge for Jess to make that happen.
So as you know, we have to shop on a budget, okay, which I know you guys don't really have to do. So I'm going to set you a little challenge. I'm going to give you a £5, and I want you to select a meal for us using that £5 and come back home and cook that for us.
£5? For all of us?
For all of us,
Okay.
please. So good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
All right, take care. So yeah, it is a budget that we do tend to shop on. She told me that the budget they spend is like £200 every time on a meal when they do eat out. So I'm sort of like, oh, it's not the sort of budget that we have.
Gemma has to budget all the time, and I've never had to do that before. I hope I don't let her down. I was thinking like maybe a pasta bake, because pasta and sauce is quite cheap. £5 is probably something I'd lose at the bottom of my handbag, and I've got to do a meal for everyone. I don't even know if that's possible. Oh, here's the pasta. It's actually only quite cheap. That was only £1, so I've still got £4 left. I'm going to see how well I do for the rest. Oh, pasta sauce is quite expensive. Tomato and cheese sauce for pasta bake is £1.99. So I've only got £2, 1p left. I might have to just get some vegetables because I haven't got that much money left.
Because she's kind of spent some time with us, she's kind of got an idea of how I tend to shop. So I have every bit of faith in her.
Here's the onions, they're only 75p. So I'm gonna get a pepper and a courgette. They're saying £3.99 per kilogram. I have no idea if I'm gonna be under my budget. Hopefully I am, but I don't know till I get to the till. My mum does all the food shopping, so we never usually have to bargain anyone down when we're at the till. But seeing Gemma do it yesterday when I got to the till, if I'm over budget, I thought I can definitely do this.
That's $4.99, please.
Yeah. A penny under.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For a novice shopper, she judged that to perfection.
Oh, that's so lucky, you know. I'm so happy that I didn't go over budget.
So how did you do?
I did well. It came to $4.99. I'm so pleased.
So you came under budget?
Yeah, by a penny.
Good. Every penny counts.
It does, that's very true.
Yes.
It's amazing to me that you can buy a whole meal on just £5.
So imagine what you can do when you bulk buy.
I know, that's so true.
And that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
So she has definitely learnt something. I really do hope she takes this home with her and puts it into more practice. And I'm looking forward to tasting it.
I hope it's nice.
I hope so as well. I'm sure it will be. All right, let's go.
Part 2 of Jess's challenge is to cook dinner for the family. And after a few pointers from Gemma, she's on her own.
OK, thank you.
So good luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself. And it's
try.
nice to have someone cooking for us today.
I'm feeling a bit nervous now. I don't want to let you down.
No, I don't think you will.
Jess bought all she needs to make a heartwarming veggie pasta dish.
I'm just going to chop all the vegetables, boil some pasta and then mix the sauce in.
Sounds straightforward. No pressure?
I don't usually cook for another family, so I'm really feeling the pressure. I'm quite nervous, especially doing this in someone's kitchen.
Even the vegetables are looking unfamiliar to her.
I feel very out of my comfort zone because I'm in a kitchen that I've never been in before, cooking for people that I've only just met.
And the onions aren't making it any easier.
Who knew if cutting an onion would be so hard? I've definitely cut an onion before and it wasn't that hard. I'm getting annoyed now.
A chef in a pink blazer. It's interesting.
I'm trying to think of a time when we've had someone come in and cook for us. It just sounds ridiculous saying it out loud, actually. Yeah, no, it doesn't happen.
After her knife nightmare, Jess's cooking has gone like a dream.
So not only have I cooked and bought a meal for under £5, I've not spilt any on my pink jacket or white top as of yet.
For Snappy Dresser Jess, that's a recipe for success.
I hope you like it. This one's yours.
Oh, bless,
There's
thank you.
loads left over. Is that okay?
Yep, thank you. Also want to thank the hands that have cooked it. Thank Jess for being here for the past day and spent time with us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
But will Jess's cooking be the answer to their prayers?
It's good.
I was so nervous. I've never really cooked for anyone before.
Wait, is this your first time?
Not the first, but one of.
What do you normally do? What would you have done before you'd done this?
I probably ordered it in because it's more not the point of ordering it in and spending the money, it's making the point of not disappointment.
But you haven't disappointed. You've
Oh, good.
You've exceeded. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Her cooking has exceeded expectations. So what about Jess herself?
So before you came, we were kind of worried that we would get someone that has not a single clue in just terms of general life on this sort of level.
Yeah.
He's spoiled and may not want to do certain tasks or do certain things, but you're nothing like that at all.
What were you expecting from this?
I wasn't expecting you to be as welcoming as you were.
Bless.
And your little boy, he's gorgeous, isn't he? So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Jess has walked in a skimp family's shoes. But she's ready to get back to her real family.
I'm quite excited to go home to my family. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen them, even though it's not.
The Yorloye small flat has broadened her horizons.
I'm excited to get home to my big house and not be in this tiny flat. But they've been so welcoming. I've actually learned a lot, and it's been completely different to what I ever expected.
She had sort of like a preconception that we may not be as welcoming because of the background that she comes from, that we're going to start judging you or think any less of you or worse of you for that matter. We just want to get to know you, and that's it.
I want to say thank you so much for making me feel so welcome.
I'm absolutely lost for words, actually. I've really enjoyed your company. Hobie and I have this kind of saying, you know, when we meet people that we like, we're like, they're good people.
Yeah.
And you're good people.
Oh, thank you. So I've got you a little present. I just want to say thank you so much. And this is for you. This is for a brand new washing machine.
Bless you.
You can get rid of Betsy. And I hope you call her Jess. One thing I've learned from Gemma is practical things are more important than luxury items. That's why I've gifted her a washing machine, because that's what she really needs.
I've kind of done something
you should know.
similar.
Oh, Gemma.
But I've put together that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm into kind of like Korean beauty, so you've got some Korean sort of like face sheets.
I can't even give you a hug.
No, that's okay. It's not
thank you
massive,
so
but you know.
And I'd like to invite you up to Liverpool as well when all this is over, especially you, because you're a girl. You can come to the salon and have whatever you want, and it'll be a proper girly day out.
Thank you. To myself. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to miss the family. I really hope we keep in touch and I'll see them again soon. Goodbye.
Take care, safe journey.
Oh, thank you. Bye. Overall, I've had such a nice time. I didn't expect it to be like this at all. I'm not really sure what I expected to walk into, but Gemma's been so welcoming and she's an actual inspiration.
You make stereotypes about people, and I was expecting sort of a bit of a spoiled rich kid. And she's not that. She's actually quite thoughtful and so on.
Despite our situation, we have helped other people. And I remember her saying that she wants to do that.
Right.
And this is kind of, to me, like the first step.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hi there. I can't believe this is over. I'm gonna miss the family so much, the nicest family that I've ever met. My whole experience has been an experience. I didn't expect it to be this much of a journey at all. But I really can't wait to get home to sleep in my own bed.